Hey, what's up, guys? We're going to be playing your best decks in Clash Royale today, and first off, we're going to play my favorite deck. This is a Royal Recruits deck with Boss Bandit. Boss Bandit is incredibly overpowered, and the way we're going to play it is split lane pressure, whether it's the Wall Breaker split or Royal Recruits after defending something, and then applying pressure on both sides. Using the Mother Witch when our opponent's weak or trying to draw big cards to distract the Boss Bandit, maybe on top of Wall Breakers, or they're just in shambles having to stop the split lane pressure and they drop things against the Recruits that you can convert into pigs. So if you guys have decks that you want me to play, definitely let me know in the comments. We'll be playing the first few decks that are recommended to me. And there was a donation for $10 earlier on a earlier stream. So I will be doing that deck very soon. First game of the day after this one. So I just wanted to showcase my favorite deck because a lot of times, you know, I lose the first game of every stream. And this stream, we got to make it different. We got to lock in right now, okay? We're going to use Mother Witch on defense against the bats. And that's going to be 5 pigs. That is stupendous for me. Definitely not the easiest if he goes in for like a giant graveyard or something, but I'm going to try to Fisherman to go and pull the giant to the other side, and then we can maybe reliably counter the rest of his stuff using a Goblin Gang. Luckily for me, if I'm able to split up his stuff, I don't have to really activate King Tower and get a good interaction from that. I should just be able to use the Fisherman and then pile on the pressure. Seems like this guy is an adventurous mid-ladder warrior that does not defend. It's like not in his vocabulary. He doesn't even know that there's another side of the arena. He hasn't ventured off into that forbidden fruit yet. Oh my gosh. Bro cycled the Guardian too. That's insane. All right. Definitely want to go and pop the ability here so then the Little Prince doesn't get a huge advantage from getting its attack speed ramped up. So it will end up dying a little bit faster. We might be able to go in for a Mother Witch here too so then we can get a bat or two. It would be cool if we were able to. I don't know if we're gonna, because it looks like the fly machine needs to walk onto the tower here for us to win. Please. Okay. For Wall Breakers. Might start getting a little bit sketchy for me, but it is what it is. Get a Goblin Gang down here a little bit later. I definitely don't want to overcommit too hard, but 2 arrows does not take. So I guess I'm going to get a little bit of damage with the piggies or something. We will end up losing a tower. I can't really fly machine to guarantee the W. I think we want to go and spam most of our Royal Recruits on the left side and then slowly cycle them out. A little bit annoying that we can't just immediately win the match, but it is what it is, you know? It do be that way. Oh, you know what? I can fly machine and then I could cycle 3 arrows if I really wanted to. It just seems like it would be a bad decision if he's going to be going in for a graveyard or something along those lines. All right. I'm going to go for probably a Mother Witch here. Try to get some extra value with that. Pop the ability to go backward. Definitely going to go and try to take advantage of that as much as I can. Then I'm going to go and drop arrows. Dude is dropping all of his Elixir here. I hope that doesn't work on me. I mean, if we got Royal Recruits, he should be good on defense. I don't think this is breaking through me if I got the Recruits. I got the sauce. I'm able to go Wall Breakers as well if we really wanted to. The only bad thing is the bats are going to start ramping up, and the Little Prince gave him a lot more value than I was hoping it would. All right, so I'm going to try to go Wall Breakers left side, actually. Man, this is such an annoying situation because I can't win with just spamming into him. It's going to be a little bit harder. He's going to giant in the middle most likely because he's like that type of player. We're going to go Fisherman. Man, tell me I win this, please, Clash Royale. For the 2-time. For the 1-time. For the end game. Just let the Evolved Wall Breakers break through. Thank God. Holy, these games are crazy sometimes. I don't like matching in a bowler at all. I got Royal Recruits. Let it be known. That is tough. Bowler is not fun for Royal Recruits players. I guess a lot of the meta right now is like Mega Knight Royal Recruits counters with like Bowler if they really want to. But if you have Fisherman, you should be able to activate King Tower for the most part against Bowlers. As long as you don't get into a 1-1 situation, you're going to be fine. You don't want to go right into a bowler and only have 1 tower to take. That is like one of the worst things in the world. Anyway, yeah, we are still vibing and we'll play the 6 decks first. So he says, SirTag the Mad Lad, hope all is well. My deck is Evo Lumberjack, Evo Musketeer, Bowler. Oh my gosh, we just played Bowler myself, man, and you're making me use it now. A lot of people do like Bowler. I'm not gonna lie, it is a solid strat. I think that Bowler is probably one of the most annoying cards in the game to play into, just because you can't break through it, you know? If you have the wrong cards, you just literally have nothing that can break through a Bowler. So sometimes you'll have to like cycle towards an evolution or something. I forgot I had Freeze in the deck. We want Electro Spirit, Ice Wizard. So we want Ice Wizard in there somewhere. There's the Icy Boy. And then you're going to want Arrows, Balloon, Freeze, Wizard. I don't like Wizard at all. I think Wizard's like one of the worst cards in the game if you're going to just use it regular and not have an evolution. It's just the pinnacle of bad. It is one of the cards that I look at, I'm just like, this thing doesn't vibe for me. Anyway, this is your deck. Shout out to you, a 6-side X for the strat. Let's see how it goes. Evo Musketeer with Ice Wizard and Wizard. You got the double Wizard domination here. I think that with Bowler, I should switch the deck a little bit. You did say Bowler, so I did not put that in. All right, so Bowler's in there instead of... Oh, it's not Ice Wizard. It's just... Yeah, sorry, it's not Wizard. It's Ice Wizard. I read it incorrectly. I was wondering, like, where was I able to fit in the Bowler? So, yeah. This is your deck. It's actually not looking that bad. And I assume it's with Princess Tower because you didn't specify. So, I would maybe play Cannoneer since you have Electro Spirit. Can I play with Cannoneer? Because I think it's objectively just better with Cannoneer. You have Electro Spirit, arrows, and a whole bunch of other stuff. You didn't specify, so I will play Princess Tower. I think this is definitely better with Cannoneer. You don't have a real way of damaging down beatdown pushes, so I think Cannoneer is necessary. Imagine playing against someone that has like a Golem deck or something, and you're just not able to kill it because you have Princess Tower. It be what it be, man. Let's go, let's go. Let's get it. Jinxie plays it? Oh, Jinxie plays this deck? I think it's kind of mid from a standpoint of, you know, the fact that it doesn't have the ability to use, like, I don't know. You're not able to really break through all the time with Lumberjack Evolution and Balloon. I would say that you probably need something else like an Inferno Dragon win condition, or potentially like, I don't know. You know the Splash Shard versions with Freeze and Tornado? I like those a lot more. I mean, this is not terrible. I said mid. I don't think it's mid. I think it's like, I don't know. I guess we'll have to wait and see. I don't think it's as competitive as some of the other Lumberjack Balloon Freeze decks. Mobile users can't access the stream. Not sure if mods noticed. There's a new stream, so I just did a new one. I started a stream earlier, and now we're doing this one instead. Okay, so Bowler is not going to be great here. I think I have to go in for an Electro Spirit. Gain on to some of those goblins, and then arrows as well. It's just too much damage. I have to. It's kind of hard playing against people that have recruits when you don't have the ability to build up a big push. Because I guess the Musketeer won't do anything for us in this matchup whatsoever. And we don't have distractions with our Bowler. So if we drop our Bowler, we kind of need to pull all the recruits. I would like to drop the Bowler directly down the middle, but that's not really something that I can do. All right, so if we Bowler right now into the Goblinstein, I think that's decent, but Musketeering is 100% better if we can get away with it because it is an evolution. So gonna win this interaction against the Goblinstein as well. This guy wasn't very nice. He said well played when he took a ton of damage, so I don't like him at all. Hopefully we can win. Yo, it's Randy X. Yeah, of course, dude. I'll definitely check out your deck. Thank you for the dono, and I'll take a look at it right after this game, bro. I haven't played this game more than in a while. Why are there 50 Goblin cards XD? Dude, there are a lot of Goblin cards. They had this big idea of creating new arenas and adding cards in the theme. So, unfortunately, the Goblin arena didn't really work out. So, they're now stuck with all these Goblin cards that, you know, kind of are forgotten about, to be honest. They're really gimmicky for the most part. All right, we're going to throw down our Balloon with the Ice Wizard and maybe get a freeze down here. I don't know how it's going to go, but we'll see. This matchup is interesting because his deck is outdated, so not necessarily like the best strategy on our opponent's end, but he might be able to get away with it. I hope we get some more damage, but looking kind of rough. I don't want to spend any extra elixir here. I'm kind of okay with what I have. Satisfied, sir, you know? All right, we're going to go for another Balloon, and I definitely want to arrows on a Dark Goblin if I can. The arrows right now, is that bad? I hope not. Try to freeze. I think I lose. It's a tough one, man. It's a tough one. Dang. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I've played against a Royal Recruits deck with a cannon and all that stuff in a while. Does not seem like a great matchup when they've got cannon and Dark Goblin with other things that you want to arrow. But if you arrow that, then you're not going to have anything for the, you know, for the Goblin Barrel. So it's a tough matchup for sure because the Evolved Musketeer is rather useless. It will never lock onto the Goblinstein because it will just hit the monster and it won't hit the Doctor. So the Doctor will perpetually stun you. Kind of a weird matchup. I don't think his deck is that good. Your deck, I would probably rate it like I'd probably rate it like a 7 out of 10. It's pretty weak against most things, and it especially gets slaughtered by beatdown decks. Without running Cannoneer, I just don't see this beating beatdown. It should be able to beat Royal Recruits for the most part, as long as your opponent doesn't have Dark Goblin, Goblinstein, and then like Cannon for anti-air responses. So, not a terrible deck. It's just not a great one. So, I wouldn't recommend it to anyone that's wanting to play Lava Hound or Balloon decks in general. Balloon Cycle Freeze. It's just not that solid. All right, so I don't know if I had to donate or not. I'll take a look at yours right after, Eli. You don't have to dono. I mean, donos generally do get preference and precedence, but yeah, I will be doing a lot of people that, just comment regularly. If you donate, you'll probably get your deck played regardless. So Evo Cannon, Evo Valk, Minor Poison, Log, Ice Spirit, Little Prince, and Guards or Goblins. Says it's Randy. I like your deck a lot, man. I think that's super, super good. I think Evo Valkyrie is probably one of the most infuriating cards to play into, especially for mid-ladder players, or just in general. Evo Cannon, Evo Valk is like S-tier defense, man. This is what dreams are made of and how opponents get destroyed, right? So let's see if we can cook. We're throwing Minor and Poison in there because you wanted that, and then we got Log. We're putting our Minor right now. Where's our Poison at? We're trying to move faster than we were earlier. I was a little bit of a slow sir, A little bit of a slow sir. Not the fastest individual on the planet. I would put in an Ice Spirit. You want Little Prince and Guards. So, Little Prince and Guards, they're both 3 Elixir cards. I don't know why I was moving so slow, man. You said Goblins as well, but Guards are just better. Guards will get a bit of a nerf, so maybe Goblins will be better eventually. So we can put Goblins in now, just for that. I'd put Guards in, personally, until the nerfs happen, but I guess Goblins would be the nice card to make the switch with. Molt wants the 1v1. You type that every stream, but Molt is never here asking for the 1v1. Oh, this is a top 700 player. Let's go. Let's get it, All right, we're going to go Ice Spirit Minor. I like going Ice Spirit first because then it's a little tank for the Minor for a little bit of extra damage. Whenever we see Goblin Cage, it's probably going to be either a Royal Recruits deck or something pretty low skill. It's going to be Royal Recruits, so it will be a low skill deck for sure. My main deck. My main deck is so low skill, man. Everyone that plays this, then all-ins, it's just like, bruh. Play the game some other way instead of doing that, my guy. I want to go Valk, and we'll pop the ability. This should be super, super good. I think we're going to be able to clean up both sides relatively similarly on very limited damage. So, I like that a lot. He's going to eat a bunch from the Valkyrie and the Guards. I could have minored with that. I decided not to. Wanted to wait a little bit. I'm going to go Minor Guards now, and we'll see how this goes. Yo, what's up, Darian? What's up? How's it going, man? I was gonna say, how's it going? And then I really stuttered a lot. You stuttered with your text, so it fried my brain, bro. It fried my brain. All right, so we're gonna do this. Little Prince on that, and then throw down an Ice Spear. I don't know. I hope the Little Prince hits stuff, but I guess not. I'm gonna pop the ability, which is a little bit risky, but I'd love to get value with that. I think the Little Prince kills that, to be honest. Oh, that's an evolved Goblin Cage Brawler. Never mind. I think I might have to go for a Valkyrie here. Kind of sucks. I'll cycle it, though. Oh, wow. That killed the entire thing with one swing. Valkyrie thick! Alright, we'll go Guards. And then I can even maybe Minor if I wanted, but this might be a bit of an Elixir deficit for us if I do that. We can log on those and we're going to be okay. Just book my ticket to Dallas. Damn, dude. Wait, you're going earlier, right? Yeah, we'll talk about it soon, man. Yo, Amon, thank you for the $7 dono, man. I'll definitely take a look at your deck soon. All right, we're going to go for a Minor, and then I could poison if he goes for Royal Recruits. Going to wait otherwise. All right, yeah, we're going to poison on that. We're going to wait a little bit. Wait and see if he wants to cycle more stuff at the bridge. Then we'll Ice Spirit. Have that jump. That's a pretty interesting fireball, if you ask me. I don't think that's going to work out so well for you, my guy. Decent cleanup. And a Minor in front. Throw down our poison, because we're going to get positive Elixir trade with that. Hitting Zappies, because he ended up spending a little bit of extra tower damage for us. Nice stuff. And going for Valkyrie in the back left. And then just protect the tower that we want. Little Prince in the back is nice, because it allows me to have a 3-card cycle. I like this deck a lot, man. I mean, it's a very, very good defensive deck in the meta. Especially against so many people that are playing Royal Recruits, so I can't lie, I like it. Oh man, the Evil Valkyrie pulled the Fly Machine into the tower so we can damage it down. Then we can poison as well. Little Prince is so goated. I think Little Prince is actually underrated. I thought it was a bad card, but man, the versatility that you get from the 3-card cycle is what makes it good, you know? That's the main reason, that's the main appeal to it for sure. I don't think that Little Prince, like, statistically is very strong, or maybe it, like, makes a massive impact in the game or anything like that, but it does make me feel good when I play it. I feel like I'm always getting value with a 3-card cycle, and then the rest of my cards in my deck will just pop off. Okay, so we can Little Prince again in the back. He'll probably Fireball it, so I don't want to drop it here because that would hit my cannon. So I'm going to Little Prince more so oriented in the corner. Then we're going to try to get a good delivery value, basically. Feels like a delivery almost. Get our recruits down, counter, and then we'll pop the ability. I think this is worth just to go soak up the damage against the Zappies. Maybe go for an Ice Spirit in front again. But throw down our Miner first so we get back to multiple of them. I think that's definitely better. Drop the Miner and then just continuously like pile on more pressure. That's the way that I like to play because we're already back to another Miner. Fly Machine will die. I can go for guards if we want. I'm going to go Cannon and then Evo Valkyrie after he fireballs. Going to kill it. Throw the Miner down. Nice. It looks like we just win this one. I'm just going to throw poisons at him the entire time and win the game. So there's not much you can do at this point. It should be over. It's all Ogre, man. It's more Ogre than Ogre Pawn. GG. Good looks. I like this deck a lot against Royal Recruits. I also kind of like it in the meta where you're matching into a bunch of bait decks. Also probably playing against people that are just running really obnoxious spammy decks. Like if you match into a Witch or a Mega Knight deck, this is like an S tier deck. So honestly, man, it's going to be a 9 out of 10 for me right now. It does probably require a lot more skill to pilot, but this is a phenomenal deck. I don't know if you created this or if you stole it off someone else, but shout out to It's Randy for the best deck of the day so far. I mean, I've only played a few decks today. I played my deck. I played, you know, another deck from 6 Side X. And then, yeah, I played this beast of a Minor Poison deck. Super, super good deck. All right, Eli Vader says, I don't know if we had to donate or not. Evo Dragon, Evo Lumberjack. All right, we'll play that really quick. The way I'm going to do it is I'm going to go and copy the deck that I played earlier. I think it's probably similar. Okay, never mind. It's not actually that similar. So Lumberjack Evolution, wherever that might be. We're looking for it. We're looking for it. I have it by Elixir. So I just got to find the Lumberjack. If I can find that, I'll be happy. All right, we got Lumberjack Evolution. We got Evo Dragon. Evo Dragon's 5, so that's pretty easy to find. It is a little bit difficult to find these decks all the time, but it is not that bad. Golem Barbarrel. Whoa, dude. I haven't played a Golem deck in centuries. I don't think that Golem is like that good or anything, but man, a fun card to play. All right, Elixir Collector, Dark Prince. All right, and then we got Ice Wizard. Then we got Golem, and then we got a few other cards that I'm missing. We're missing one more card, and that should be Tornado, honestly, but you have Poison in there, so I don't like your deck at all because you you have these cards and you don't have Tornado. This is criminal. No, man. You gotta have Tornado with Electro Dragon Evolution. Oh no. Oh, why is there a poison in there, bro? Why did you make this change? Oh no. I think the poison, maybe you lost against Graveyard, so you decided to make a big change, but Tornado allows you to preserve your Elixir Collectors if your opponent's going to go in for a Miner. If you don't have Tornado, you can't pull the Miner off of the Elixir Collector. If you don't have Tornado, you can't group up stuff for your Dark Prince to connect, your Electro Dragon to connect. And it's just like, what am I supposed to do against the Hog Rider, man? I can't Tornado here. Man, this guy's going to laugh at me. Also, when you have Ice Wizard without Tornado, it feels pretty bad too. So, yeah, it is not what we want to see. Will the stream still be on after you end? Yeah, 100%. The stream will be on after I end. I mean, it'll still be up after I end. Please, please, please. Knight, Ice Spirit, Valkyrie, Skeletons, Bandit, Dark Goblin, Goblin Gang. Seems kind of fun. I'll probably play that, Fediel. After this, yeah, Fediel is not a donator or anything. I'll play his deck after. Thank you for the strategy. But yeah, Eli, you can't play this without Tornado. And if you don't know how to play Tornado, you have to learn how to play Tornado because it limits your offensive capability with the Electro Dragon not being able to do it. And it also severely hinders your defensive. Like, not being able to activate King Tower should lose me the game in more situations than not. Especially since we're playing against a Hog Rider deck, I'm kind of surprised that the guy doesn't have a good deck. Like, it is a really bad Hog Rider deck. Bro decided to not put in a Earthquake, and now he has got Lightning, so this is totally fine for me to eat this. But I would have liked to activate King Tower, you know? Even though he's going to have Cannoneer, he's still going to take a bunch of damage from the Golem exploding on the tower, and then the Golemites hitting the tower as well. So I think we're in a decent spot. It just could be a lot better, you know? Yo, Song Meme, thank you for the generous dono. $30. Holy hell, dude. I'll take a look at the deck really soon. We'll take a gander, brother. But I'm going to do a free-to-play deck from Fediel first. Just do that. Make sure it's tucked away so I don't see anything else in the chat until then. You know what? I've never considered Tornado before, says Eli. Really? Tornado makes such a big impact here, man. Like, you'll be winning so many more games. I'm not even a fib. Like, it makes the difference between life and death out here for me, brother. All right. I hope he Hog Riders on the right side, so we're trying to go Golem here, so we disincentivize him from Hog Riding the side that he has all of his damage. Yeah. So we get the Hog Rider in the other lane. That's awesome. We really, really like that now. I'm going to Elixir Collector again, so then when he lightnings, he's going to have to lightning either the Electro Dragon or the Elixir Collector, so see what we can do. But man, I can't group up his stuff. Imagine he's going to have like a princess or something. You can't get the Electro Dragon that you're hoping for, so it'll just be kind of sad. All right, really good Dark Prince for us, so we'll take that. And then I think we could poison. It's just not necessarily like the most reliable. It's just what I have in this option. You know, it's really the only play that we have here. All right, we're going to do this. Yo, I'm jealous of the Evo Valkyrie's Tornado. I'm not going to lie, man. You're doing pretty good out there. You do be doing good. All right, we're going to go Dark Prince into this. I think we're going to go Golem Bridge. As silly as this might seem, I think it's the right play. Unironically, I think it's the only option. We'll Barbarian as well on some of the skeletons, but man, it's just going to be tough. It's not going to be easy. We're going to try our hardest, and we'll see if it goes, but... All right, come on, Evolved Electro Dragon. I choose you. The Lumberjack here with the Dark Prince, and see if we can pop off, maybe. Chain effect was great, but still not good enough, I don't think. Yeah, man, your deck just not having Tornado is kind of cooking me. Like, how am I supposed to defend a Hog Rider right now? You don't have anything. Like, Tornado would be so good, bro. But yeah, the fact you don't have Tornado literally just lost me the game, so can't do anything about it. If your deck is flawed, I'm just going to take the L, you know? So, I did play it for the express purpose to show you how bad it is without Tornado. The poison sucks. It does nothing. And Tornado would help so much more. You gotta put Tornado in a deck. If you're matching into Hog Rider, you're not going to be able to activate King Tower. You don't even have an answer to Hog Rider in your deck. If we look at it, you don't have E-Barbs. You don't have Mini P.E.K.K.A. You literally just have Lumberjack, and that doesn't even full deny a Hog Rider. So if they drop something in front of the Hog Rider, like a Valkyrie or a Knight or an Ice Golem, how the hell are you supposed to kill it without losing half of your tower? It's just not possible. So, yeah, without Tornado, this just doesn't work. This is like a 4 out of 10 for me. It's just a flawed deck, like very, very hard. But if you put Tornado, it's like a 7 or 8, you know, maybe a 9. Like, it gets so much better. It's not a 9. It's probably be like an 8 out of 10. But yeah, your deck just, it's broken. It's like a tar. It's like a car stuck in tar. It just doesn't move, you know. Can't really get off the ground. So yeah, definitely make that switch. And if you don't know how to play it, then you got to switch it up and use it. All right, so we'll play Fediel's deck. He says Mega Knight Ice Spirit. Oh my gosh. All right, please tell me there's no crazy cards here. Mega Knight Ice Spirit is interesting. We'll see. The Mega Knight Ice Spirit evolution is whack. We got Valkyrie, Arrows. Wait, was that yeah, that was the deck I said I would do. Valkyrie, Arrows, Skeletons, Bandit, Dark Goblin, and Goblin Gang. You don't ever want to put Valkyrie and Mega Knight in the same deck. It's just a cardinal sin. It works if you match into Royal Recruits, but the issue with it is if you put those cards in the same deck, they're overlapping and they're doing the exact same thing. So think of it from this perspective. If I'm playing a Valkyrie, I'm going to put in either, yeah, I could put Skeletons or like Dark Goblin Evolution. You did say Dark Goblin, so we'll take a look at the deck and see if there's other bait elements of it. I really hope there's a win condition. If there's no win condition, I can't play your deck. Or I'll just take out one of your cards and I'll put in a win condition. Yeah, you don't have a win condition in your deck, so I'll give you a better version of your deck. If your deck is not playable, I'll make your deck playable because I'm not going to just take an automatic loss. Because I can already tell you what's going to happen. I won't be able to break through because you don't have a way of targeting towers, and then I'd lose to anyone with half a brain cell. All right, so your deck as is Skeletons Bandit. So this is your deck. Where's the bandit? Where's the bandit? Where's the bandit? Here it is. Okay, so your deck is this. This doesn't work because you don't have a single unit that reaches towers. And if you say Mega Knight, you're wrong because Mega Knight won't reach towers against half of like the meta. You can't reliably get a bandit on the tower because your opponent will distract it with skeletons or ice spirit or maybe like a guards or maybe anything, like literally anything. All of these units do not go directly towards tower. So you need something that reaches tower. So if we're going to be transparent with you, your deck kind of sucks. It's like a 2 or 3 out of 10. It just doesn't work. It's like a mid-ladder monster deck. So what we're going to do is we're going to take out the redundancy. You have Valkyrie and Mega Knight. They'll both accomplish the same thing. Then we're going to go and put in the Skeleton Barrel. And we're going to make a little bit of a change here. I'm going to put in Evolved Skeletons. Or we're going to use Dark Goblin Evolution. Both of those are fine. But this makes your deck playable. It's not terrible. It's not great. But at least it's playable. So that's what we're going to do. We're not going to play unplayable decks for the rest of the stream, guys. So after that last loss, it was too infuriating because I was like, I can't let a Hog Rider hammer away on my tower like that. All right, we'll go and drop our Skeleton Barrel here, and then we'll see what's happening. But yeah, Skeleton Barrel actually reaches tower. It is a win condition, and it forces the opponent to respond with something that like we can actually finish games off with, right? We can sometimes get the Skeleton Barrel to connect to the tower to get death damage. Or, you know, like we can build up a big push with the Mega Knight and then have the Skeleton Barrel put in work. Like, there's a lot of ways of us winning the game that don't necessarily, like, rely on the luck-based factor of the Mega Knight jumping on the tower, which is what your strategy would have been before. The opponent would have had to been horrible to lose to that. Or you would have had to have over-leveled cards. So, yeah, I just want to keep it 100 with you guys so everyone gets better. I mean, to be fair, if you like a deck a lot and you don't really want to win a lot of games, you can still play a suboptimal deck and do it okay, but it's important to make changes if you want to get better results, you know. All right, that bandit is a bit annoying. I could have dropped the ice spirit a little bit closer. It's fine, though. We're still chilling. We're still chilling. The Royal Ghost is a bit annoying. I don't want to cycle a Goblin Gang here at all, but it is definitely possible for us to defend this without taking too much. I think we'll just go Goblin Gang on the Royal Ghost. That's decent. Royal Ghost is going to die. What do you mean by beatdown decks? I always hear it. So a beatdown deck is like a Electro Giant deck, Elixir Golem. It's something that has a tank and you throw a whole bunch of crap behind it. That's kind of a beatdown deck. Control is something like a Hog Rider cycle deck or something that is more so using cheaper cards that outcycle the opponent and win that perspective. That's kind of how the deck works. So it's still definitely dependent on, you know, the cost of the cards and also like how the deck functions. But beatdown is typically going to be something that is having a tank and throwing support cards behind it. All right, we're just going to go Goblin Gang here. We're going to take no damage from the bandit. And then we can go Dark Goblin, which will 2-tap the princess. Okay, he's got a Sparky, so his deck doesn't even really make that much sense. It's kind of weird. Dark Goblin will die. It doesn't do any damage for us. Kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Going Skeletons on the Royal Ghost will clean it up, I believe. Won't have to spend anything else. Should be good to go there. I'm just going to go Mega Knight on this, and I'm okay taking a bad trade-ish with the Mega Knight dying, but I mean, the Sparky should take a ton of damage too. The Bandit's going to give us a lot of value. We can arrows. Maybe the Bandit's going to lock tower if we're lucky. Okay, it didn't happen as we hoped, but still fine with the Bandit killing the Lumberjack. I'll take that trade. Then I'll go Skeleton Barrel. We'll probably go Princess on this, but it's fine. Ice Wizard, interesting. Okay. Go Goblin Gang, I guess. Oops. Thought that would work a little bit better. Ice Wizard will end up dealing so much damage to the Spear Goblins. They're kind of just going to be dead. No! Alright, we have to go opposite lane because we can't continuously go into this guy and win. That's what I've learned. That is what we've witnessed so far today. Going into this guy might be a slaughter fest. Probably won't be, but we have to do dual lane pressure. And that's the ability that you can like make happen with Skeleton Barrel. It's pretty cheap, so you're able to like run circles around the opponent in a lot more situations. Dark Goblin survives? Oh my god, that thing is amazing. I'm going to go Skeleton Barrel here. I'm going to eat some damage, and then I'm going to go Skellies here. I'm going to try to apply a ton of pressure. I don't know if this is going to work, but I'm going to try to do dual lane pressure as well. Go Goblin Gang. Skeleton Barrel does connect to tower. We're going to try to keep him on his toes. Nice. Go Dark Goblin up in here. As long as he doesn't have freeze or something, we're fine. The princess is so confused. It's like, what do I hit? Okay, one cool thing we can do is use the bandit to lock onto the princess and then go Skeleton Barrel and then just go Dark Goblin here. This might win us the game. Played it okay. Not the best. Not the worst, though. Take the free damage, hopefully. Yeah, Dark Goblin down. Ice Spirit on the Sparky sauce. Going for a Goblin Gang as well. Get another Skeleton Barrel down because I'm feeling it. That Royal Ghost needs to not die. Please, come on. There's no way. There's just so much splash damage there. I don't think I've ever seen a Sparky deck with a Royal Ghost and a freaking Ice Wizard before. What the heck? And a log, too. That was insane. I mean, that's not really a real deck. That's an all-legendary deck with splash damage that kills bait cards. That's unbelievable. That's actually so troll. That is probably the most troll thing I've ever seen in my life. So, this deck works a lot better, and it would actually allow me to win those games. You have bait cards. Hopefully you don't match into 17 sources of splash damage. That'd be pretty cool to not play against that, to be honest. The only time I've ever seen a Lumberjack Evolution all-legendary deck have a matchup advantage. That's kind of insane. That is literally the only time in my life. But, hey, it is what it is. That is hilarious. Okay. Well, your deck still works. I'll play one more game with it. We'll just do it again. That is insane. But he only had one Evo. It doesn't matter. You could play like an under-level deck in certain situations and have matchup advantage, and then like it doesn't really matter. So for instance, if I have like 4 spells in my deck and I have level 14 cards, but I'm running Giant Graveyard into a log bait deck, if I lose that, I'm a moron, right? It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter from that perspective, my guy. I wish it did, but you know, it does not. Alright, so this is decent. We're going to be able to Mega Knight on the right side and kill the princess and all of that. So that's great. Take that trade. An Ice Spirit on the Goblin. Could have had the Ice Spirit soak up the Goblin shot, but it's totally fine. The old level 1 people would use. Whirlwind on a rant just to lose to one without one. I mean, dude, you can still lose to decks without win conditions if they have cards that kind of counter you. There's a lot of splash damage in that deck, and it had log with Sparky, man. I don't know what else to say. It is kind of tough to beat Sparky decks when you don't have a reset. Like, I do not have Zap. I don't have Electro Dragon. I don't have Electro Spirit. So, like, it's really, really kind of hard to shut that Sparky down. I did have Ice Spirit, but it's not necessarily the most reliable thing when there's so much stuff clumped up together. So, I don't know what to say, man. But, yeah, that's definitely a rage bait comment. Pseudo is a pseudo... Sparky is a pseudo win condition. Sparky is not, like, a complete win condition. You still need something with it. But yeah, it applies a lot of pressure. So if the opponent can support the Sparky, then the game is kind of going to be over. So yeah, Sparky is a pseudo win condition in the right case, I guess. All right, so hopefully the Bandit dashes onto the Inferno Tower, and it looks like it does. So this is looking really, really good. Nice. So as you can see, like, this deck can win a lot of games more comfortably than the other deck that you have. If, you know, you're forcing out stuff that they don't necessarily want as much. If you force out the log, obviously, like, you know, the Skeleton Barrel will be a pretty good source of damage, as you can see on the left side. So he's just taking a lot more damage. I would really recommend using Skeleton Barrel in the deck. You could play different versions, but Skeleton Barrel will make your success rate go up a lot more, man. So, like, you could play, like, potentially a Goblin Barrel or something else. But, yeah. Even if I make improvements to the deck, it doesn't necessarily guarantee that I'll win or, like, win the game as soon as I switch to your version. But this would make your deck a lot better. You can't really play it with Valkyrie. The Valkyrie is useless. One of the worst cards to play with Mega Knight that I see consistently played with it, because Valkyrie is more of a defensive card, Mega Knight is more aggressive, and you want to have synergy. The Valkyrie works really well in, like, the minor poison control decks that we were playing earlier, but it doesn't necessarily really work with Mega Knight. All right. Let's go. With the Evo Witch meta coming, I'm going to be using the saved up shards as a free-to-play, says Facile. Yeah, dude. I mean, that's going to be the most broken card in the game. I don't know when they're going to nerf it, but it's silly that they even extended an invitation for that type of card to exist. All right, so Mon says, Loon Musketeer. Okay, we'll take a look. It's basically this, so... share that and copy that deck again. Bada boom, bada bing, baby. Let's get it. So we're to put in Loon, Musketeer, Knight, Mega Knight. That's also kind of mid. I think if you have like regular Knight, you shouldn't have Mega Knight in your deck, and vice versa. I think you should pick one or the other. You don't want to like stockpile your deck too clunky with a lot of different tanks. Like if I match into a Sparky right now and I'm sitting here with Mini P.E.K.K.A, Valkyrie, Lumberjack, it's going to be really tough for me to make moves, you know. You got Snowball, Arrows, which I mean I guess is fine against Logbait decks, but at the same time we really want more, man. We want more ability to overpower our opponents instead of you know, having this super slow cycle that I have to hopefully like somehow have the right combination of cards against my opponent. Your deck right now is this. I don't really like it because this Knight is a garbage card. You only have one card in your entire deck against anti-air. This is not okay. This is crap. You gotta put like Skeleton Dragons in instead. Skeleton Dragons would make this maybe work. But what I would do, I mean, this is fine to keep as is for right now because I'll play your deck and I'll show you why it's wrong. But at least you have a Win Condition, so I guess we can do that. You should have Skeleton Dragons and then maybe Freeze instead of Snowball. Double small spells might be okay, but I don't think it's necessary. I would probably run Dagger Duchess and then I would put in or Cannoneer if you were going to do this. Yeah, I kind of want Freeze, but it definitely remove the Knight and put in Skeleton Dragons 100%. So then you have more Fireball bait. So we're going to play your deck as intended, but probably won't be that good. These no more Mega Knight decks? You read it wrong? Okay, I'll play... Oh, you have Mini P.E.K.K.A. Okay. I'll play this right now, and then I'll switch it. I'll switch it to your deck right after. Did you really only have one evolution, or what evolution did you have? Show us your Steam library. I actually don't really use Steam. I don't even have it installed on my computer. Believe it or not. Am I even a gamer? Which is in a tank? No, it's definitely not a tank. I mean, close to that. And that's kind of frustrating. Is Giant Skeleton meta anymore? It used to be like pretty good, and then P.E.K.K.A evolution became really strong, and then kind of ruined everything. So you have Loon, Musketeer, Mini P.E.K.K.A, Snowball, Arrows, Skeletons. What do we not have? Arrows, Snowball, Valkyrie, Lumberjack, Mini P.E.K.K.A. What am I missing? And what extra card do I have? Can you let me know? I know I'm supposed to have Valkyrie and Mini P.E.K.K.A. We'll take a look. I'll play your deck as intended because I messed up. Oh, there's no Knight, right? Yeah, I completely messed up your deck. I completely messed up your deck. I was reading two decks at the same time. My bad. I was reading the deck that was below you. My bad. I'm so sorry. I actually just mixed up both the decks because they look so similar. Holy heck. My bad. Song, I am going to destroy your deck, bro. I'm sorry. Your deck has the Mega Knight and also the Knight. We can't do that. Mega Knight and Knight in the same deck is not it. But yeah, if we were to play this deck, I think it wouldn't look that bad if we put in Skeleton Dragons, honestly. Sorry my deck was bad. Thanks for the advice. Tower Troop? Tower Troop, look, you could pretty much run anything if you have Tornado. And it's okay if your deck is bad. It's like a, you know, learning lesson on that, you know. You can't play Golem with Electro Dragon without Tornado. It just doesn't work. And now you know. And you saw why, right? The Hog Rider. The Hog Rider cooked me. Really? Is not going to drop any range card whatsoever? Oh, that's kind of frustrating. Oh, no. I should have dropped it a little bit more off to the side. My bad. I might fumble this one. I hope not. I think I have to Mega Knight here. You know what? I can go Balloon with this. Even though he's going to have all of this junk, I'm pretty confident that we could kill an Executioner. I dislike those guards, man. I dislike those guards. He's going to NATO this, right? I get nothing. Man, I don't know why people in this game somehow have like 6 different answers to certain win conditions when you play them. I don't get it. Like Golden Knight is like one of the worst cards in the game too. It feels so bad losing to it. Alright, we can go for a balloon here. Yo, Cloud, thank you for the $50. Holy hell, man. All right, we're going to give a proper shout out after this game to you, brother. I promise. If we can just kill that Executioner, it'd be so good. Life would be so good, man. We've fallen on hard times playing against that. We get one hit, right? That's it. I got one hit on the tower, guys. That's it. Let's go. It's a miracle. I found a way through an Executioner, Tornado, and Cannon. And double lane pressure is the only play. That's the only option. Everything else won't work. Evo Cannon is going to probably be a bailout, though, so we'll see. Yep, I literally just lose this. Ain't nothing could be done here, guys. Alright, we're going to snowball and hopefully have this happen. Oh, snowball? Okay. Yo, tell me he just loses, please. Yo, don't say he defends this, man. There's no way. What the hell? Do you guys ever play Clash Royale and just expect to like get screwed like this? This doesn't feel right. This feels like a violation. This feels like a violation of matchup order. I genuinely I don't know, man. I've never seen an Executioner Tornado deck with Cannon in a long time. That's insane. There's nothing you can do there. It wasn't even your deck, man. This was not your deck, so I'll play it again. And I don't even think if I was running a good deck, I would be able to beat that with Balloon Freeze. I think Balloon just loses into that if we get unlucky enough to play against someone with Tornado, Executioner, Evolution, and a Cannon. There's no way you beat that. All right, but we'll play your deck as you said it was, all right? Okay. All right, we'll put in a mini P.E.K.K.A here. And then you wanted Valkyrie Snowball. All right, so I just want to read it off. Loon Musketeer. Loon Musketeer, Mini P.E.K.K.A, Lumberjack, Valkyrie, Snowball, Arrows, Skeletons. Loon Musketeer. Valkyrie, Mini P.E.K.K.A, Snowball, Arrows, and Skeleton. What am I missing? You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You do have 8 cards. Loon Musketeer, Mini P.E.K.K.A, Lumberjack. I took out the Lumberjack. That's why. You also didn't spell everything correctly, so then it like screwed with my brain. But I think you probably were limited to amount of space that you had. All right, so this is what we're doing. Musketeer and Lumberjack were the first 2 cards that you recommended, so I assume that those are going to be the evolutions. All right, let's play it. I don't think this is actually that bad. I think this is a fine strategy. I really like the fact that you don't have Mega Knight and Valkyrie in the same deck, and that makes me really happy. So shout out to you on that. The only downside is you don't have 2 anti-air responses, so if I cycle my Musketeer, I kind of lose. I think that the main thing I would remove is probably the Valkyrie, to be honest. Or the Mini P.E.K.K.A. No, the Valkyrie, yeah. So I'd make some adjustments. Having Mini P.E.K.K.A and also having Lumberjack in the same deck is kind of mid. You could also remove the, yeah, you could remove the Mini P.E.K.K.A and put in an Inferno Dragon. I think that would be the best option because then you still have a high damage unit on defense. And you also have an air card. I like that way more. I like that way more. Inferno Dragon is probably necessary in this. This is going to be tough. I don't know how I'm supposed to defend this, to be honest. I go for a really low Mini P.E.K.K.A. I can get back to a Valkyrie after like the stuff is about to cross the bridge and lock onto my tower. Then I can clean up the Dark Goblin in 1 hit. Not great. I mean, this is not going to be cost effective at all. All right, we'll snowball here, I guess. Knock back all the goblins, minimize the damage potential that he gets. He actually gets nothing, so that's always good. Yeah, I don't like this. I don't like playing into a Royal Recruits player when we have literally no answers. No bowler, no anything really. I think as long as he doesn't have like a Goblinstein Cannon and Dark Goblin, we might be okay. And it seems like that's not going to be the case. So we're in a much better spot than we were in the last game. James, I don't have Evo Recruits and Wall Breakers. I'll take a look, man. I'll take a look at your deck. And thank you for the dono, man. Thank you guys all for the donations. I'll try to get through as many as I can. We've played like 2 free-to-play decks so far, and a bunch of donation ones. Here's the issue here. Like, if I mini P.E.K.K.A, I mean, I guess I kill the recruits, but I'm just going to take so much damage. And then I can't apply pressure. Like, you never get momentum. You have no momentum against these recruits. I'm ineffectively getting defenses that are just bad. It's like, I can't do anything about it. If I go balloon, then I don't have freeze, so how am I supposed to break through and do anything? I didn't have a good card cycle there because I have double spells. He's got lightning for whatever reason. That just doesn't even make sense. I mean, it made sense when Goblin's Time was a problem, but it doesn't anymore. All right, we're going to go Valkyrie here. So the issue with your deck is if I get anywhere near the tower, I still can't close out the game because I don't have freeze. And also, you don't have anything against Royal Recruits, really. But I think that's the main problem, to be honest. Are we going to Arrows here? Mini P.E.K.K.A isn't a win condition, but especially not with freeze. Without freeze. We'll wait with our Valkyrie and we'll drop it last second, so we'll disincentivize him from going in for a lightning. He'll probably lightning this still. We'll see. Might not have Elixir. Alright, we'll try to like lumberjack mini P.E.K.K.A our way through, but I don't think it's going to happen, dude. At least it shouldn't happen, you know? It might if he just fumbles, if he's like not the best player. Even if we arrows, it's probably not going to get a hit. I bet you it still shuts it down. Yeah. You see how not having freeze absolutely sucks here? And matchups that kind of aren't great, you can't do anything. You really want to have freeze so you can break through. You really want to have freeze so you can close out the game. If he's just going to have a whole bunch of stuff, he's going to be able to reliably, you know, shut it down and not have to worry. Sure, the double small spells works pretty well against bait decks, but also playing against Skeleton Dragons or Fly Machine with only one card that shoots up sucks. Really wish we had more, you know? I literally have to Lumberjack on defense and I just lose because I can't defend it. You don't even have Barb Barrel, so it's like the Goblin Barrel counters are so minimal here. Yeah. This deck doesn't work into a lot of decks in the meta with the mini P.E.K.K.A and the Lumberjack having the exact same utility and then having no anti-air response. So the way that I would change this is the Valkyrie just doesn't feel great, even though it works against like Rogue Recruits a little bit better. The mini P.E.K.K.A is awful here. These two cards are just not good. They're not good at all. So, and then having these, it's like you kind of wanted to have like a Barb Barrel and not have 2 cards that do the exact same thing. So you have to pick. A lot of times people do something like this, and then they'll do this. They'll still have an answer to Goblin Barrel, and they'll still have a mini tank. And then if you wanted, you could keep the Valkyrie then. If you wanted to, you could keep the Valkyrie then. Because then you have freeze for defense and for offense, and it works a lot better that way. Personally, I think I would do something like this. See if this works. I might do something along the lines of this for a more sturdy deck. I think this just looks a lot better. You're going to have, yeah, you're just going to have a lot more answers than most things. And you have a win condition with Inferno Dragon then too. I just like this a lot more. Let's go, let's go. All right, I'm going to read Cloud's message after this as well too. Huge $50 dono, so got to give him some respect. Wait, there is way too many donations right now. I have a lot to catch up on. I just want to show you a better version of your deck, so then if you're really struggling with yours, or if you're wondering like how I would improve it, this makes a pretty big difference. Having the ability to use freeze would have definitely won me the last game, but I got near the tower and I just couldn't close out the match. Also, freeze on defense can do stuff like this, where if we were guaranteed to take damage, now I don't take anything, and we got counter pushing cards with our Musketeer and also our guards. So he's going to have to spend Elixir on defense here. He wouldn't have had to do anything otherwise. So he's going to lose the Wizard. We're going to get a decent interaction with the Musketeer, and that's one of the reasons why Wizard isn't played that much at higher levels. By itself, it just doesn't fill what it needs to. I'm going to Lumberjack Balloon because he's more likely to cycle stuff in the right side. And we have arrows, so we can still clean up, like, you know, minions or anything super scary. I like having Barb Barrel because it protects your Musketeers and your Inferno Dragons if you don't have guards in cycle. Yeah, it's like not that bad for us to play into a Tornado deck. We're still in an okay spot. I don't like the fact that he's got Ram Rider and Tornado, but you know, that's just 2 answers to the balloon with the Wizard, and yeah, that's a little bit more than I was hoping for, but still okay. As long as we have freeze, we can still make things happen. We sure had fun last night, says Cameron. Yo, dude, last night was insane. Last night, the stream was wild. Oh. That guy's gonna go for freaking Mega Knight in the back. All right, sure. I think I'll eat the Mega Knight jump. It's fine. Not gonna get reset from the Inferno Dragon. The Inferno Dragon stays on top, so I can do this. Lumberjack's gonna take the targeting. We have a tornado capability counter with a freeze. I think we just win the game. I'm freeze here. Guys, just cooked. So as you can see, like having Inferno Dragon, it has great potential on defense and on offense. It does what the mini pack would do against the Mega Knight, but it also gives you the ability to clean up cards that you typically wouldn't be able to. All right, those are bad guards. I thought they were going to do a little bit better. It's still fine. But yeah, I like this deck so much more. You can see the shortcomings with your deck where you didn't have the offensive pressure. And now the freeze like lets us have the offensive pressure with the defensive pressure. Freeze is such a good card. I can't imagine playing a balloon deck without it. Unless I'm running something like Gimmicky that has like Prince or something, or just a lot of ways of hitting the opponent for a ton of damage. Your deck just didn't. It felt so flat having balloon with arrows and snowball and nothing else. So yeah, hopefully this makes sense for you. Like having the Barbarian, especially against wizards, and having ways of protecting your musketeers and Inferno Dragons. Guards being more robust than skeletons is nice. You can obviously still use skeletons if you want. I think that's okay. But I wouldn't play your deck as it was. I think your deck as it was like a freaking 5. Just it wasn't good with the mini P.E.K.K.A. and the Valkyrie. I thought it was fine for a second, but after playing that matchup, it just felt so bad, dude. It literally just felt so bad. The mini P.E.K.K.A. just felt so useless with the Lumberjack. Having them in the exact same deck didn't feel good. Unless you're playing a Golem deck. With a Golem deck, maybe it's like okay and circumstantial. But in regular decks, I can't play a mini P.E.K.K.A. and a Lumberjack in the same deck. Maybe like Sparky if you're all in and hoping not to play against Lobhound. But yeah, for the most part, that's just not feasible. And whatever you lack, the other player almost has the right card. Yeah, sometimes. It does feel that way sometimes. But if you build flawed decks like this one, with the mini P.E.K.K.A. and Lumberjack, you're really going to face the wrath of playing against a card that can counter you. And it will feel so much worse. Like, we played against a Tornado, Wizard, Electro Spirit, and then, you know, Ram Rider. Tornado, Wizard, and Ram Rider is pretty good against Balloon. But since we had a better built deck, we were still able to win. So, something to keep in mind. If you have good deck combinations and good strength with your synergy, you can win a lot more than you would be able to previously. And if your deck is flawed, the hard counters feel so much harder to overcome. You never want to play decks that are flawed because you just can't beat hard counters ever then. All right, so Song Meme, the huge $30 dono. I'm sorry, I have to obliterate your deck because you have Knight and Mega Knight in the same deck. You can't do that. Having 2 tanks, unless it's a graveyard deck. I actually haven't looked all the way through, so maybe I'm criticizing it before. You have Knight, Log, Wallbreakers, Queen, Bandit, Arrows. There are so many ways of improving this. Number 1, the Knight sucks. The Knight has to go. You can't put that card in your deck. Log, Wallbreakers is okay. I typically, when I'm running Mega Knight decks, I would either prefer Arrows or I would prefer, you know, having Barbarian. But I think that you probably have Logs so you can snipe Princesses and Dark Goblins and stuff like that. So maybe it's feasible for you to do that. Oh, you have Log, Arrows. You have Log and Arrows in the same deck. That's a lot of anti-air. I'm not 100% confident I like that. I also really like Evolve Wallbreakers, and I don't like Evolve Lumberjack that much. I think Evolve Wallbreakers are like S+ tier. Boss Bandit is a better champion than Queen, but you know, I'll play your deck as intended, and we'll show you what the shortcomings are, or what I feel that just is lacking while I play it. The main thing that I've already noticed is like your lack of Boss Bandit and you have the Knight in here, and it's just like the Knight is such a defensive card and it's not good on offense at all. So the Knight has to go 100%. I can help you climb up ladder with different decks and different stuff with Mega Knight for sure. There's actually a really cool Mega Knight deck that I'm about to showcase on the YouTube channel. I don't want to showcase it here on stream, but it is extremely good. I stole it off of someone that got 12 wins. And I saw it and I was just really impressed by it. But yeah, this deck as is, I think the main weakness is you having a win condition like this that can't really reach the tower, The reason I won the first game of the stream was actually because I had Evolve Wall Breakers, and without that, I would have lost. You got to have a way that you can actually reach towers, and it seems like your deck is going to be lacking that. Without Evolve Wall Breakers, it's going to suck. So I would remove these 2 cards, and I would replace them with other stuff, for sure. And then maybe put in a Barbarian instead of a Log. But we'll play your deck as intended. This is what you recommended, so we'll play it. But yeah, you're going to notice how bad Wall Breakers are if I can't like get to the evolution. They're just not good. They're really, they're not worth it, you know. I guess in this specific spot, like forcing a Tesla is okay, but yeah. We go Archer Queen in the back. We're also going to meet this dude. The Knight is going to be good against Expo if we play against Expo, but it's going to be so useless in other situations. So Archer Queen in the back is good because it gives me the ability to just click an ability and pop an entire Valkyrie. So we'll take that any day of the week. I'm not going to pop the ability just yet. We're going to wait a little bit till the Valkyrie gets close. Then we're going to go drop the ability. We can also log to kill the Valkyrie a little bit faster and see if we can get some damage on the tower. I'm not going to go in for any arrows or anything because I think we're able to hit the Archer if we're lucky. Okay, not quite, but it's fine. We can go for a Lumberjack here and wait for him to Expo. I do think the Archer locks onto my tower, but it's not that big of a deal. No, it doesn't. Nice. Wait. We're going to go Mega Knight. This is really aggressive, but since we're up a bit, I think it's worth it. I'm going to spam Wall Breakers as well. With a Lumberjack, Mega Knight, and Wall Breakers, I think he fumbles and doesn't defend this. At this skill level, I think it's really hard for most people to defend against Mega Knight. At higher skill levels, it would probably get defended, but not at mid-ladder. So, yeah, your Mega Knight deck, like, this is just standard Mega Knight stuff. You punish opponents when their skill level is lacking, and then your Elixir is a little bit higher than theirs. But it's not necessarily as reliable as it should be. The Knight just feels like a lackluster card that can't do anything besides soak up damage. And you want to have the capability of attacking and also defending with your cards that you're playing in this type of deck. If you're using a win condition that isn't evolved, I would personally like, you know, the skeleton barrel a lot more. I just think it's a lot more solid. So that's my preference. The arrows here in case he goes Ice Spirit or something. I could have logged. Yeah, I should have probably logged, to be honest. Totally fine. Go Wall Breakers here. We'll see what else we can do. I think the Knight is just going to suck. It's just such a bad... it's not going to do anything, right? Is he just going to die to Wall Breakers because he doesn't have log? Okay, sure. All right, well, that's fine. If this guy just plays like that, then the game's over. But, to be honest, the Knight just does not do much on offense by itself. All right, he's going to leave, so we'll just recrown him, I guess. Sometimes people will not take out all the towers. They'll just like take them individually, and it's kind of frustrating to see that, but... Nah, he threw crown. He tried to fireball me there. So, strat. Let me see if I can improve it. Because you dropped a fat $30 dono. I'll actually take my time to improve your deck instead of just, you know, being that guy that's like, oh, improve, like, here's 1 or 2 cards that might help you. I'll take a look at it. I just don't love Evolve Lumberjack a lot right now. It's still good. It's still really, really good. It's just not as good as Evolve Wall Breakers, so you can't even have them hold a candle to that, to be honest. So there's another Mega Knight deck. I could just show you it right now, the one that I really, really like, but it's a little bit further away from what you've been playing. Let me take a look and see what the top ladder players are playing with this, because if I can give you a real recommendation from the best players in the world, I think that would be the most advantageous thing for you. All right, so we take a look at Mega Knight Evolution, and then we also want to put... We could keep Evolve Lumberjack, but I don't really like it as much. Put Wall Breakers in there and see. Okay, so I have a deck from some of the best players in the world right now. I got you. I got you, bro. Pretty similar stuff to what you're playing right now. Cal Rubin is playing it. Yeah, everyone's still playing the exact same deck. So I got you, man. I'll show you the deck that everyone's been using. So instead of Knight, think of it from this perspective. You want to bait out your opponent's spells, they can't use the spells on the Wall Breakers. So we're going to put in a Goblin Gang that just is objectively better. We're going to put in a Zap so we can reset things and also have more anti-air responses against, you know, bats or something if we absolutely need to. Fast responses on offense with Zap is almost always a preference over something that's slower like a Log. A Log still allows you to defend against a lot of stuff, but the Zap is great in situations where you're playing against someone that... drop something and then you just need a little bit of extra damage or reset, or maybe you need to clean up bats that are on your Mega Knight or your Bandit. You won't really be able to do that very cost effectively with the arrows. And then we're going to put in Prince, because Prince is an S+ tier card. It is one of the best cards in the game. So we're going to do that really quick, and we'll put that instead of this. So here's the deck that a lot of top players are playing. They're actually playing it with Princess Tower right now. Some of them are using Dagger Duchess. You could play Princess Tower or Dagger Duchess. And yeah, that's what top level ladder players are using. And I'll play one game with it just to show you what it's like. Let's go, let's go. Royal API coming up clutch. I mean, it's a deck that I played a bunch. I just wanted to make sure that it's the strategy still played the way I wanted to. Because it doesn't have Dagger Duchess anymore. Pro players, the best players with it, have kind of strayed away from playing Dagger Duchess. Just want to keep that up. Wanted to let you guys know on that. What do you look for top ladder decks? I typically look at some of my friends' profiles, some of the better players that I know of very specific decks. Like, for instance, Gabo has been playing a lot of Mega Knight, and also I'll look at, you know, whatever person in very specific situations with archetypes is playing, so then I can recommend you guys, like, someone that I would trust to know the deck a lot better than me. So that's what I try to do. All right. Sometimes I'll also ask, like, Riley, Muhammad Light, and those guys that finished at the top of the world in the world finals, and they'll respond and they'll tell me what they think. All right, so we're gonna pop the ability here. Nice, really, really good stuff. If I Mega Knight, it's gonna go directly into a P.E.K.K.A, so I think that's just gonna be a bad decision. I'll Prince here. I think that's fine. Should kill that, and then I can go in for wall breakers with Prince. He'll probably defend this, but the wall breakers might explode on the tower, so looking pretty good. Wonder if the zap kills that a little bit faster. I don't know. I have no idea on that interaction. If I gave you other decks, would you tell me how to improve it, even if you don't play it? Yeah, I can do that too. I can help you. I mean, the poison thing was such an easy fix. Like, your deck is so much better. Like, your deck actually works with Tornado. It literally works with Tornado. Oh, awesome. Wait, if we just go Bandit other side and a Goblin Gang, we might be able to put in enough pressure to force him to drop a bunch of extra Elixir. Yeah, I think he's kind of cooked. We're going to wait a little bit. Pop the ability. Even Mega Knight here. Nice! We keep the queen alive? Oh my gosh. But I'm the queen, she said. Oh my gosh. Yo, I'm gonna wall breakers in his face. How you feeling now, Mr. Krabs? How you feeling now, Mr. Krabs? Oh my god. That wasn't even close. Okay, so I just beat a P.E.K.K.A deck with Mega Knight without trying at all. Yeah, it shows the pure power of this version of the deck. If you want to play a good Mega Knight deck, I'd really recommend this one. This P.E.K.K.A deck that he's playing is totally outdated, but it definitely should beat Mega Knight. His deck should beat Mega Knight. The fact that he lost to Mega Knight with that is awesome. So, it shows the pure power of Mega Knight decks when you play them at the higher levels and you play a good version of it. Yeah, love playing solid decks, and we could climb up a lot with this deck if we wanted. I'm actually going to keep it in my deck slots because I want to start playing it again. It's interesting because, like, it used to be playing with Dagger Duchess, and now people are not playing Dagger Duchess anymore. So I guess that's the big change, the big switch up that a lot of people weren't accounting for. I know I wasn't accounting for the Dagger Duchess to be yeeted out of the game, but yeah, everyone's running Princess Tower. So that's cool. Shout out to the top players that figured that out. They're all playing Princess Tower with the Mega Knight deck now. So hopefully that helps you out, Song Meme. Really recommend this with Princess Tower, and you'll climb up a lot of ranks if you learn how to play it correctly. Really focus on spamming wall breakers as much as you can and splitting them up, especially if your opponent doesn't have Dagger Duchess. The wall breakers will force out a bunch of Elixir into Princess Tower. So yeah, wall breakers are really, really goated right now. I've been using this deck for forever, and it makes an Evolution Edition better in my opinion. Evo Firecracker, Evo Zap, Giant Skeleton, Minions, Arrows, Witch, Skeletons Miner. Oh my gosh. When they add the Witch Evolution, your deck is gonna cook. Yo, it's gonna be fun as hell for you. You're gonna love the game. Yo, just swap out your Zap Evolution for the Witch Evolution, for sure. And the Evolution Edition makes it better. Yeah, I feel like a lot of decks either got way worse with evolutions or a lot better. For instance, Golem decks and beatdown decks typically got worse. But, some decks did get a lot better that were cycle decks that can spam a lot more evolutions. So, yeah, certain decks did get a huge buff from the balance changes. Okay, I actually swapped out the Mega Knight deck. It's too late to go back. I said I was going to keep it. I'm not keeping it any longer. We want giant skeleton in there. And then we also want to put in minions, arrows, witch, skeletons. I haven't played the new witch card yet. I think it's going to be really, really good. I should have probably created content around it, but I was so busy that I didn't take the opportunity to do that content. So I still could if I wanted to. I could still make video on it. Would you guys want to see a video on it before the new season? Yeah, I mean, I could do it at any point. I just haven't done it recently. So would you guys want to see content on it before the new season, or would you not want to see content on it in the new season? Or should I just wait? Do it? Yeah, I could do it with like pro level players. All right, so minor, minions, arrows. And then we're missing a Wink Edition, aren't we? Are we really missing? Oh, man, damn, your deck is not actually that good, man. I thought you had a balloon in there or a skeleton barrel or something. You got to make sure you have Wink Editions. This is going to be so hard for me to play. All right, we're going to put in minions instead of the bandit, and we'll try to win, but the guys are going to have to overcommit if they play into us. You have minor, so it does reach towers. Hypothetically, I could win the game with them overcommitting into a giant skeleton. But good players will not let me win with this deck. You need to have skeleton barrel. You need to have wall breakers. You need to have something in this deck that will force the opponent to respond. So what I would do in the new meta is something like this, and then remove this and put in a skeleton barrel. And then you'll have the witch evolution, and then you'll still have arrows and stuff. I think that'll be so much better, man. I think that'll be so much better. But this is your deck as is. You need to have skeleton barrel. You need to have wall breakers. You need something. But I would personally put in skeleton barrel because it's a better functioning card without needing an evolution. Whereas wall breakers, I think, kind of need the evolution. If I'm playing wall breakers without the evolution, I feel bad every time. You read my donos, James. I will read it when I get to it. I'm just like stuck in so many other donos. There's a lot more donations than I ever thought would be possible. Thank you guys for the generosity today. There's been $170 donated. Like insane. Like actually crazy. So thank you for that. All the money also from the donations goes directly back into the channel to make the content better. It's literally fueling my editing. So yeah, that's very, very, very generous of you guys. And I did want to let you know that I'm not pocketing the money. It's going back to my editing team. That's part of the reason I do these streams that get a little bit more donations than normal, just to cover editing costs and stuff like that. We're gonna go use the giant skelly, I guess, on offense and get a ton of. Maybe you can get a ton of damage. Is it gonna wander? Nah, it's not. Pretty darn close though. How is that skeleton not getting hit? Wait. Did you guys see that? How? What? Excusez-moi. The skeleton though. Okay, let's go. Poison's not even hitting the miner. Man messed up. Man really messed up. No way, Jose. What are you doing, my guy? That's insane. We got so lucky. But yeah, I don't think Evo Zap is as impactful. Not a huge fan of it comparatively to like what Evo Witch will be. So definitely get rid of the Evo Zap and use Evo Witch when you get the chance. Giant Skeleton in the back is good. Even if you use Mortar, we can just use Skellies and then maybe go like minions here. I think the skeletons will still distract for long enough for it to be worthwhile for us. I could arrows on this. I think it's going to be okay for us to do that. Don't want him to distract our giant skeleton for too long. Firecracker would activate King Tower, so we'll just go miner here. Giant skeleton does kill the cannon carts. That's huge. And then we can go for a firecracker directly down the middle. If you guys are unaware, this is what you want to do. Otherwise, the firecracker just misses. It still missed there somehow. It usually doesn't. But whatever. It's less inclined to miss when you drop it directly down the middle. So unreliable, though. More unreliable than me as a child, man. When I'm like giving my mom a time estimate, I'm like, Mom, I'll be done in like 5 more minutes. I'm just finishing it. One last game. I kept giving her like estimates when I was playing StarCraft 2. And she's like, Jake, you said you'd be down right now 5 minutes ago, 30 minutes ago. And we've had dinner here and it's getting cold. What's wrong with you? What a throwback, man. I don't know if you guys ever did that as a kid. I can't believe how many times I did that. It's bad. It's bad, man. All right, let's go Witch here. Firecracker, Skellies. We're fire cracked. Yes, sir. I don't like that the minions are going to die, but it's still okay. Oh my gosh, it's back. I should have zapped that. I should have zapped that. I repent for my sins. As you can see, without having a win condition, it's just tough, man. I can still win this. It's just really challenging to find enough damage. Like, it ain't easy, my guy. It is possible. It's just not easy. Fortunately, we can sack that, so then the minions are going to get tanked for by the miner, and then maybe we're okay. It's just hard. Hard to justify the spam that we're doing here today. Oh, no. Or nor. Die! Okay, it's not terrible. We can miner here. He's going to go Spear Goblins. He might activate King Tower. Ooh, interesting. Archer Queen is not going to be able to hit the minions. He might have fumbled a little bit. I don't think it's a generational fumble, but he did fumble a little. Okay. Hypothetically, what if we do this? And then we Firecracker? And then we just, like, skeletons here? And we have the Firecracker hit the tower. We have simple needs out here. I don't think it's going to work, but maybe. It hit the tower! Let's go! Holy hell, it's working. It's working. Also, it's probably working a little bit because our opponent is running like a bridge spam strategy with a lot of bait cards. So having double spells is like really nice. So can't like underestimate that. You know, I have to be honest. I got to keep it 100 with you guys. Making a big diff because of that for sure. Firecracker is so nice though. I'm actually pleasantly surprised by how good the Firecracker has been in this game. Nice. I think that's enough. I think that's game. GG. We take those. Okay, so logistically, I don't think your deck's that bad, man. I just think it will get better. And it's not great in this matchup in most situations. It was really good in that specific matchup because, again, the opponent had an abundance of bait. If we made your deck better, which is going to heal from its own skeletons, right? The witch is going to like heal from a ton of skeletons. Skeletons here are going to be smart to be playing. Again, I'd really just remove the zap potentially and then put in, put in the evolved witch. The evolved witch stays alive a lot longer, kind of becomes a win condition, forces more spells, and then the opponent will be struggling even more against the minions and Firecracker. Minions are so good right now. They're actually S tier. So I'd rate your deck like an 8 out of 10. It's actually not that bad, or 7.5 out of 10. I think it's not great, but it works. You just have to fight tooth and nail for all of your damage because unfortunately you don't have a Skeleton Barrel or Wallbreaker's Evolution, and which right now as a card is kind of conceptually a bad card. But when it gets an evolution, it's going to get a huge buff. Jake, thank you for the $1. Appreciate the support, man. Himmel says, here's mine. Evo Knight, Wallbreakers, 3 Musketeers, E-Barbs, Whale Ghost, Heal Spirit, Rage. Let him cook! I love you, Himmel. I love you, Himmel. Thank you for the fun deck, bro. That is fun as hell. This might be the most fun deck of the day, and it seems like it's not even that bad. It seems like it's not even that bad, bro. The fact that you're playing Barbarian Hut makes me happy. It's a throwback. A throwback and a half. Throwback to the simpler times in Clash Royale in 2017 when I won $100 playing this game. I think Supercell actually gave me $100 because I won. I won something. I won like a... Or no, sorry. I came in... I don't remember what place in a tournament. Really cool though. I was proud. I was a proud boy. Alright, so we got Rage in there. Got Royal Ghost. Man, this is going to be a fun deck. How the hell are people going to enjoy playing against us when we play this? E-Barbs! Yo! Let's get it. Let's get it. The big E-Barb boys. We're going to put them right next to the Barb Hut. Actually, I wish I could do them here so they could eat the Barbarians. I think we have to reorder it so we can have it in the right order. Yeah, look. They're coming out of the hut. They're eating the hut. They're eating the Barbarians. It's cannibalism. Nice. So, this is going to be a fun deck. Shout out to Himmel for not only creating a deck with a win condition, but also incorporating cards that are just kind of awkward and fun that most people don't see very often. So this could be a deck that I play in videos too. Like genuinely, this is a fun enough deck that I might want to make content off of it. Himmel, you're the GOAT for real. Really appreciate the support and even more so appreciate your deck. This does not happen often where I see a deck like this that I'm surprised that it is just really well thought out. The Barbarian Hut typically is a terrible card, but if it baits out bowlers, then you can go E-Barb's other side, and then you can rage them up with a heal spirit and probably take towers. So, obviously, the orchestration of your strategy is pretty seamless. Like, unfortunately, this guy had Skeleton Army, but if he didn't, he would have just lost the game. So, yeah, sometimes they just randomly have the one card you don't want to see, but the Barbarian Hut worked wonderfully for what it was supposed to do. Not bad, you know? And then I think there's an Evolved Knight in this deck, right? Evo Knight, Evo Wall Breakers. You have two great Evos. Evo Knight is really, really good at tanking for 3 Musketeers. And it's also a super solid card in general, just tanking for E-Barbs and Royal Ghosts and Wall Breakers. So I like it, man. I totally vibe with this. We're going to go in for a Heal Spirit and get ready with a Rage if he drops Bats or something. If not, he'll take a Heal Spirit hit to the face. So why do you use that cheap microphone? This is a $400 microphone that Michael Jackson used. Shure SM7B. It is not cheap. It also sounds really good. Yeah, my microphone is not cheap at all. Sometimes people just get that stuff wrong. They're like, yo, why is it? Oh, by the way, I use a Babyface Audio Pro, and that's like a, I don't know, $800 sound booster. So no, my microphone setup is like over $1,400, man. Personally, I can't stand listening to people when the audio is bad, so that's why I invested so much into it. There's certain things that I can stand if the quality of the gameplay, like, it doesn't look that good, it's fine. Like, you know, I'm fine with the gameplay quality, like, looking mildly potato-ish. But I'm not okay with listening to someone that sounds like they're screeching and, like, the audio keeps clipping, and it hurts my ears too much. Alright, so I think we're good just going for a Rage here on the Bats, and then hopefully able to kill the rest of his stuff using our Knight. Not looking great, but manageable. Manage a bubble. Manage a bubble, please. I don't think it's manage a bubble anymore. I think we're dead. Okay, we're not dead yet, dudes. We gotta go E-Barb's other side. We gotta throw down our Wall Breakers, too. Oh, he's BMing a bit. Bro do be BMing. But can we slam him real quick with the Rage on a Skeleton Army? Probably not. It'll be tough. It is possible, though. Not undeniably over. It's not over. It's not Jover just yet, guys. It's not Jover just yet. Okay, we got to kill that and then somehow get a Royal Ghost through. Oh my god. Yes! Barb Hut! It is beautiful! I love you, Himmel. I love you. This is probably the most fun deck I have seen in many months. This does not happen often, and this is so freaking cool. Shout out to Himmel for the goated Barbarian Hut deck. Damn, that is so sick. That is the best game of the day so far. Shout out to you, bro. I should be donating to you. For real. That's unbelievable, man. That is actually crazy. So I'm going to go and take a screenshot of Himmel and then put his deck on the screen right now, just so you guys can give him some shout outs of, and some thanks. Seriously, thank you, man. Thank you so much for doing that. I'll probably make a video on your deck, honestly, and I'll give you a shout out for it. I'll put you on the intro. Have a picture of you. So Himmel, and yeah, I'll make a video on your deck soon. I definitely will, 100%. I wasn't gonna do that, but yeah, thank you, man. You guys created some of the best decks. Not all the time. I mean, sometimes we get like win condition list decks and things that don't work, but other times we get masterpieces like this. So thank you, Himmel. You made this stream a lot better, and you came up with something that I couldn't. I would have never thought of this deck. I would have never been able to come up with something as interesting and fun as this. I also like looking at top ladder decks and finding the best decks in the world, but I mean, when we find diamonds in the rough like this, that I don't think I'd want to change any of the cards. Like, I think it functionally works perfectly. You bait out a lot of the bowlers and stuff with the Barb Hut. You're able to get them with the E-Barbs cheese with the Rage. I like how the Evo Knight tanks for the 3 Musketeers, the Royal Ghost, and the Wall Breakers. I like the fact the 3 Musketeers are in the deck as well, because you don't really have that many great anti-air responses. I do think if we made it... Okay. hypothetically, if we wanted to make it slightly more competitive and slightly better, the one thing that I would change is I would put Archer Queen instead. I think that Archer Queen, because you really only have one anti-air response, this would likely be better. It would probably be better. It's just a higher quality unit, but for all intents and purposes, your deck as is just fun as heck. So I would just make that change if I wanted to like make the deck slightly more competitive. But you're not always supposed to play the most competitive deck. Sometimes you got to play cards that are just unique and fun, and your deck does that really, really well. I don't have enough characters to put the full decks as JD. You can abbreviate stuff. JD. You don't have to donate and do that. Thank you, though, man. Appreciate the hell out of you, Himmel. I'm also thinking about Himalayan sea salt and how salty opponents are like after they lose that. Orlando Torres. Dude, you sound like an F1 driver. I'm not even gonna lie. Doesn't he sound like an F1 driver? Watch him be like a famous F1 driver and I just don't even know him. That'd be really funny. Orlando Torres. Thank you. He's also looking mad dapper in the profile pic. All right. Rage Fireball Giant. Fireball. Oh, it feels so bad that I'm having to get rid of this deck. All right, we got Giant Prince Bomber. I think I've played this before. It's going to be a really high rating. I'll still play it again. It's just, you know. Giant Prince is a little bit unfair, my guy. It's just a little bit cheesy. I don't know what else to say. It is a good strategy to play against all the time. All right, Rage Prince Giant Bomber Mega Minion. Where's the Mega Minion at, though? Where is the Mega Minion? All right, there it is. And then we're going to put in a Giant, and then we're going to put in a Bomber, and then a Evo Lumberjack, Prince Bomber, Mega Minion. We're missing Giant. What else are we missing? All right, so you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You have 8 cards. Lumberjack, Rage. Oh, Rage. I thought I had Rage in there all the time. I didn't. All right, pretty easy. I just need to find the Giant wherever it might be. Where's Mr. Giant hiding? Okay, there it is. This is your deck. I think it's bad. I think it's pretty good. All right, let's run it. Let's go. Let's get after it, my guys. We got to give it to Juan. The Juanito. Let's go. Let's go. All right, so strategy here is just to go Bomber in the back because obviously if we're playing against someone that's going to go Skeleton Barrel, I'm just going to zap it anyway. It doesn't really matter. I'm totally okay with that type of stuff, you know? It be what it be. It do be that way sometimes. If I go Lumberjack right now, I think it's decent. Kind of hoping that we wouldn't be playing against someone that's too aggressive, but here we are playing against the most aggressive lad that there's ever been. I also was looking away when he decided to do that, so I should have dialed in. I wasn't super dialed. Wait, run! Run, Giant! You beautiful beast! I'm gonna zap here. Wait, I missed the Mighty Monitor. Oops. Where it takes so much damage. As long as the recruits die, I think I'm okay with this. Wait! One of the wall breakers died! We're so fine. We're so fine. It's tight. It's tight. If I Lumberjack, then I get to the evolution a bit faster. I think it's worth. Wait, this feels pretty bad, honestly. I might have to Mega Minion. I'm gonna take so much damage. It sucks. Yo, don't do that to me right now. That is so sacrilegious. Seeing a freaking Firecracker do 1,000,000 damage after he's already done a ton. Not it. Not it. All right, all right. I'd love to see you try Evo Recruits, Evo Mega Knight. Wow, the chat is moving so fast. You guys have so many suggestions. I literally just lost that one. Golem Machine, Rage, Tesla, Mega Minion. All right, I'll play that one, Prototype. Prototype did not donate. I'll play your deck. It just looks interesting. Sometimes when you guys do have really interesting decks, I play them because they seem more fun. All right, let's try to not miss an Evo Zap. Mission impossible. Rage. Rage it up, Buttercup. Kind of cooked, honestly. I'm looking at this and this just does not look good. Especially with all that stuff going at me, you know? Not inspire good confidence as you lose 2 towers. I didn't focus that hard at the start, but man, I play Royal Recruits as my main deck, bro. If I play against a Giant Prince deck, I sure as hell would not say well played after I won a 100-0 matchup. But yeah, your deck is fine. It just doesn't beat Royal Recruits really that well. I'm sure that doesn't come to a surprise for you by any stretch of the imagination. Royal Recruits are really, really good at blocking princes. So kind of a tough game. If we had Dagger Duchess, it'd be a bit better. And also if I played a little bit better at the start. But I didn't really focus that much. I'm sorry. The matchup wasn't great. I was also checking a few things at the same time. Jake says, huge fan, Jake. Evo Lumberjack, Evo Valkyrie, Log, Bandit, Firecracker, Inferno Dragon, Rage Balloon. So before I do that, Orlando, I think your deck is fine. I mean, if you wanted to, you could do this. I really wouldn't. I kind of like Evolve Lumberjack in Giant Prince decks a little bit more than the Bomber, because the Bomber can do damage and, like, you know, use its evolution for the finishing blow. But in this specific deck, I kind of like the Lumberjack more. If you're able to get to it, it does make more of an impact than the Evo Bomber in most situations, for me at least, personally. It does cost a little bit more to get to. It's just, you know, it is really, really strong when you get it. All right, so yeah, I wouldn't make any changes to your deck. Maybe arrows would be nice instead of having rage. That could be a change. Actually, screw it. I would do that because arrows plus fireball kills Electro Dragon. You didn't see it in the last match because there was no Electro Dragon, but to kill Electro Dragon effectively, you probably want arrows. And also, arrows are really, really, really good at killing, like, you know, Dark Goblins or Firecrackers. And I'm sure you saw in the last game, I didn't really have a good response to Firecracker besides fireballing for a negative elixir trade or using my Evolve Zap. So I guess maybe you would want to Evolve Zap on a Firecracker, but I don't really like doing that. So I'd probably remove the rage and put in arrows instead. That would be my biggest change. All right, Jake. So we'll take a look at your deck. Oh my God, there are so many donations. There's an insane amount of donations today. But I did say I was going to do Prototypes deck first. So we'll do that really quick. Evo recruits Evo Mega Knight. Wait. Evo recruits Evo Mega Knight? What the hell? What are you doing, my dude? What are these shenanigans? I don't even know if I'll get through all the donation messages today. At some point, I'll probably have to cut it off. You guys are going crazy with it. I'm doing some free-to-play ones as well, so that's probably part of the reason why we're taking so long. But I might have to go straight up for some of the more donation ones instead. We'll see. All right, so we got arrows in there. We got Goblin Machine, Mega Minion in there already. And we want to put in Tesla. I hate Tesla. I really hate Tesla. It's such a bad card, man. It's such a trash card, especially when you're running Royal Recruits. It's just so dumb. It doesn't give you counter push. It's just awful, man. You should never put that in your deck. It is such a bad card. All right, we got Balloon. We got Recruits. We got Rage. We got Tesla. We got Mega Minion. Goblin Machine. Yeah, we got to put Balloon in instead of Fireball, and then I think that's the deck, right? But yeah, if we wanted to play your deck at a higher level, 100%, my guy, we need, like, absolutely need to have it not be like this. We can't have, yeah. We can't have Evo Tesla. We can't have Evo Tesla or even regular Tesla. You already have a very defensive deck. Why are we running a Lumberjack deck without, sorry, why are we running a Balloon deck without Lumberjack? That's another question. There should be a Lumberjack in there instead of this. 100% should be Lumberjack. And then the deck might work. I'm going to do that. I'm not going to play the Tesla. I just not going to play it. I'm going to switch your deck a little bit because it's just so bad. That the Tesla makes it like a 4, man. I want the deck to at least be a 5 or a 6 or playable. Or a Fisherman. Fisherman's fine because then you have anti-air response. You're just going to save the Mega Minion. Just don't cycle your Mega Minion. You're fine. Just don't cycle your Mega Minion. That's literally it. That's the name of the game, is don't cycle your Mega Minion. When you're playing this deck, if you cycle your Mega Minion, then, oh, you'll have the Tesla and you're fine. But, like, you shouldn't play it like that. You should just not cycle this card and just hold it on defense until you know that you can cycle it. Does that make sense? I'm not switching your deck too much because a lot of times people can't, like, change all their cards and make their deck better because it's a lot of investing in the resources of the game. But I do think that the Tesla should never be in your deck. It's such a garbage card. Arrows does kill, so I think we... Oh, I missed. I could have hit the skeletons from the tombstone and then also had the lumberjack go towards the tower, and that was the interaction that we were hoping for. All right, cool. So we are playing against a lava hound deck after switching that out. It's fine. Go recruits at the bridge. Expected him to lava hound after that, so kind of wanted to apply pressure early, so then he was going to have less elixir to deal with us. Nice. So we can Mega Minion right now, and if I do that, it's going to cost me quite a bit less to defend if we can pop the lava hound early. Even if he Inferno Dragons, I think we should be okay. I'm going to wait and see what he does. I'm a Mega Knight on the left side. Okay, cool. No Tesla here, which kind of sucks, but it's still manageable, and I don't think I lose the game. We'll see, though. With the rage on my tower, I might be able to kill the balloon without it getting too many hits on my tower. Great. Looking good. Looking good. And then we can use the Goblin Machine on defense, and he's not going to have Barbs in cycle right now because he just dropped them. So he's going to lose the Skeleton Dragons. They'll stay in place. The Goblin Machine rocket will hit both of them. And also the Goblin Machine will be able to soak up the damage. And then after that, we can go in for a Lumberjack here. Or we could go Recruits, depending on what we're feeling. I'm not going Balloon because it's just going to get countered by anti-air cards. So I'd rather do something like this instead. Whatever, this Lumberjack's a little bit silly. It seems a little bit silly, honestly. Yeah, it seems a little bit silly. He did Mega Minion, so I could Balloon on the other side. But Recruits take the tower too, so it doesn't really matter that much. Oh, you know what we could do? Go Recruits. Kill his Mega Minion with our own Mega Minion after his Mega Minion locks onto the wrong thing. That's a win for me, for sure. I like that interaction a lot. My Mega Minion stays alive, his falls. Probably want to go Mega Knight at the bridge, just so the Mega Minion doesn't die, and then we're going to arrows on everything as soon as the Lava Hound pops. Beautiful. Alright, so he's probably going to Mega Minion. He's still going to have Skeleton Dragons and stuff, but all I need to do is go opposite lane, and I think I win the game, so what we're going to do here, we're going to do this, we're going to take the entire tower, and we're going to stack the left because it doesn't matter to me. There's no shot in hell that he defends that. Right? Right? Right, guys? Am I right or am I right? Alright, we're chilling. Going pretty hard. In Mega Knight here as well. Throw that. Oh, that was such a good balloon to pull it back. Oh my god, that was insane. Did you guys see that? Yo, I think we got him, ladies and gentlemen. Woo! We pulled back the Mega Minion with the balloon and made it happen. Hell yeah. My hair was popping up and we popped off. That was great gameplay. But yeah, I don't need a Tesla. I beat Lava Hound without the Tesla. You don't need Tesla either. So take out that stupid Tesla, put in the Lumberjack, make your deck better, and have a way more fun time in the process. Don't cycle your Mega Minion, and that's all you need to do. I'm so glad that we played against Lava Hound, because that would be your main gripe, right? You'd be like, man, the deck would suck if I took out my Tesla. How am I supposed to beat Lava Hound? How am I supposed to beat Balloon decks? I'm so glad we played against an all anti-air response, and only had one anti-air card in one. So yeah, your deck is now a lot better, and it can still beat the deck that you were worried about. Hopefully that helps you. Ukzuki says, love the content and high effort videos. I have Mega Knight Skeletons, Inferno Dragon, Arrows, Log, Little Prince, Wall Breakers, Miner. Use any Evo you want. Dude, why does everyone love Mega Knight so much? You know what? Whenever I play Mega Knight, I get the most people in the comment section saying, Jake, I'm going to unsubscribe from your channel. Jake, I hate you. Jake, you're just a terrible content creator promoting toxicity in the game. And I'm just like, bro, I play whatever decks I get, and I don't play Mega Knight too often. I play it like once a month. I think my tolerance for Mega Knight is like once or twice a month, and people get so pissed at me when I play it. So I've been staying away from it recently, honestly. But hey, I think I got to start playing Mega Knight again, because you guys really like it. Y'all love your Mega Knights. For whatever reason, I see Mega Knight everywhere at all points in time from you. So maybe that's what I should be doing more often. All right, anyway. This looks like it's the strat. I'm kind of okay with this. It's not a terrible interaction for us if we just use skeletons here. Everyone's running arrows and log, which I guess makes sense. Miner wall breakers is okay. I kind of like without miner, to be honest. The miner seems kind of useless in a lot of situations. I'm not a huge fan of the card. with Mega Knight, I kind of just like running Bandit or Boss Bandit and then breaking through with the Evolved Wall Breakers, because the Evolved Wall Breakers are so cost effective for 2 Elixir, whereas the Miner can sure finish off games, but just doesn't do what the Wall Breakers can do. So I don't know. We'll see how this goes. I'm obviously going to play a lot more defensive and always use Evolved Wall Breakers when you get the chance. They're like an S tier evolution. They're one of the best cards in the game right now. They might even deserve a nerf, in my opinion. You guys can tell me if you feel differently, but for 2 Elixir, I just find so many utilizations of like cycling them. So I don't know. They're definitely a top tier card for me. And then also on top of that, when I'm able to cycle them for positive Elixir trades and also get more volume of dropping more cards, then it makes more sense for me to run a card that has got a good evolution and a good base cycle, you know, compared to like Wizard or Witch, where I think that Wizard or Witch, the base card isn't that good, but the evolution's worth it if you can get to it. It's just like, you know, you don't really want to. Executioner as well. The base card is really not that great. It's harder to find an opportunity to cycle it, you know? Does that make sense? Because like Executioner, for instance, is like really annoying in a lot of situations, but if you cycle in the back at the wrong time, you can instantly lose because it is a 5 Elixir card. So it's harder to find the opportunity to cycle it. I just returned to Clash Royale and I have no evolutions. What cards, my cards are under leveled. What should I do? Really, the only thing you can do is jump into challenges. Everything else is not going to be worth your time. Jump into challenges, play with all cards unlocked on classic challenges, and then eventually you'll get a free evolution. They give away free evolutions pretty much every month now. So that's what I'd recommend. We're not going to pop the ability because it just detracts from the Little Prince's damage potential. I can Miner here with the Inferno Dragon. Seems worth it. Oh, great arrows value, I think. Take it. No, terrible. I thought I was going to hit the guards. Oops. Not the best work. This Little Prince in the middle, I guess. It's totally fine. This is okay. I'm not disappointed by this at all. Yet. If I Mega Knight with this, it's probably not going to get that much damage. But if I go for Wall Breakers and then pop the ability, potentially, that could be really good. He missed the Little Prince. That's good. I'm not going to pop ability. It's just one hit. So I didn't want to drop other things into him. He's going to split Wall Breaker. Real Hogs. Go Skellies on the right. Log the left, honestly. This is bad gameplay on his end. I'm fine with that. Guard's doing a ton of damage, though, man. Guards are so good. Wait, this is bad. I think I'll probably have to, like... I don't have Little Prince and Mega Knight. Yeah, no, this is pretty good for him. All arrows. He dropped my entire bank there. Not my best work. Not my best work. I've done better. Done better things before, guys. Took such a bad trade. That was super awful. Alright, we just Little Prince. Maybe pop the ability. If he goes in for Royal Hogs and left. Probably not going to drop it in the right. Alright, we'll see what we can do here. Evolve Cannon is so unfair, man. I hate that card. We can cycle back. I think I lost. Maybe not my best Mega Knight, guys. Push it! Yeah! Wait, he thought we were minering on the tower. There's still a chance I can win. It's just less likely now. We literally have to do this, which doesn't feel good. Dude, Evo Cannon is such a godsend for people that are running, like, cycle decks. I don't think y'all understand how unfair that card is. It's just crazy. It's so good, man. It makes matchups that they should never, like, win so easy. So, yeah, GG to him. It's kind of tough stuff. I would say that, like, you know, where was the deck? Where was the deck that I was looking at? I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of like it in general, but I do think that Mega Knight without Miner is better. I think without Miner, I might have been able to break through and do a lot more damage. Whereas like you could probably tell like you can't apply enough pressure with a Mega Knight by itself to take towers. It's kind of tough. Like you want to have like a bandit or a boss bandit or maybe a royal ghost even. Whereas your deck didn't have that. Or even a prince. I'm sure you noticed in the earlier Mega Knight deck that I played, the one that I was showcasing with Prince, how I was able to kind of steamroll people. I don't know where that game was, but I played, yeah, this one. I was able to really bust on this guy's door the entire time, and it screwed with him a lot more. Despite him playing P.E.K.K.A., he didn't have everything that he needed, so you probably want to be playing a Mega Knight deck that doesn't have Miner. I think that most Mega Knight decks that are strong right now are just going to be that Mega Knight deck that I showed here. So if you guys all have a Mega Knight deck right now, I would really uber recommend playing this Archer Queen Mega Knight deck because you're going to win so many more games with the best version of the deck. You could play yours, but it's just going to be worse. So try to make the switch to the best version of the deck. This has been probably the best version of the deck for like 2 years now, or ever since Archer Queen was kind of like in the game with Prince. And it was played before the Prince got buffed, and it got way better when the Prince got buffed. So yeah, I can't recommend this version enough. It sometimes makes differences when there's towers getting buffed and nerfed, but for the most part, that's the version that I would recommend for your deck. It's going to be better to run Evolve Wallbreakers Prince and having that extra pressure, because Miner doesn't do great on defense either. Like sometimes you have to drop it on defense against an Archer Queen, where you'd much rather drop like a Prince. All right, so yeah, we got Jake's deck next. Did I play Jake's deck? I think I did. No, I don't think I did. Maybe I did. Maybe I didn't. I don't know if I played Jake's deck. Can you guys let me know if I did? Evo Lumberjack, Evo Valkyrie, Log Bandit. I definitely did not play that. I did not play a Log Bandit deck with Valkyrie. I'll take a look. Yeah, I mean, Valkyrie's a really defensive card, and then if you're putting a Bandit, it's an aggressive card, so the strategies don't really mix. Like, you play Bandit with Mega Knight decks, you don't necessarily play it with that, you know? So I would say right out of the jump, your deck just a little bit flawed. Like, you have two different things working at the same time, and if you want to pick one that you want to go down, what route you want to do, then you can roll with that, but you can't do both at the same time. You're just going to accomplish nothing. It's like you're trying to get a degree in law, and then you're also going to pivot, and then you're like, wait, no, I want to do medical science right now. And then it's just like, it's way too challenging to do both at the same time. Maybe if you're a savant, maybe if you're once in a lifetime like prodigy, you can make it happen. But for most part, like people can't. People are not able to. I wouldn't recommend that. I always forget the Firecracker is one of those boosted cards. Does that ever happen to you guys? You're just like looking around. You're like, where the hell is that card? Where'd it go? And then you just look and you're like, oh, never mind. It was under my nose the entire time. And I don't even know. All right. Where's Lumberjack? Lumberjack's probably in the deck, right? No, it's not. Firecracker. Log. Evo Lumberjack. I'm trying to look for the Evo Lumberjack right now, and I seriously can't find it. I'm trying to slime me right now. I can sense it. It's just like Jake, you're never allowed to find me. I'm going to stay hidden. All right, so Rage Balloon, Inferno Dragon, and then we're missing maybe one more card, right? No, this is it. This is it. Damn, I can't believe that we're running a Bandit Balloon deck. I mean, see how it goes? You don't really have any other log bait or arrows bait besides the Firecracker, so I'm not a huge fan of putting a Firecracker randomly in the deck if you don't have a super fast cycle or if you don't have other bait elements. You're basically going to get me baited right now, bro. I'm baited into playing this deck because I don't have any other ways of baiting out arrows. So this Firecracker is going to be useless if they have a way of killing it with arrows. Maybe I can get a hit on the tower or something, but not going to be the best. Yeah, I kind of assumed he would do something like that. I didn't really want to go in for that right into him. On Inferno Dragon as well, because I need to kill the Mega Knight without it killing me. It's going to jump on my tower otherwise. We do have a raged up Inferno Dragon, so that's kind of a W. We'll go for Valkyrie, Inferno Dragon, and we have two rages. At the Lumberjack, and we also ended up having an organic one that we can spam. We are farmers. Da, 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 da. I really am farming rages, aren't I? All right, we're going to rage directly on that. Have the bandit start hustling. Finishing off the bats is awesome. Now, I think we're kind of in a bad spot. I need a lumberjack. Everything else is kind of bad. Firecracker won't work. Log won't do enough damage. Log doesn't give me counter push. I think this is worth it. Firecracker in the Inferno Dragon feels awful, but I don't really see any other opportunity to defend this, so I'm going to go for it, especially since Inferno Dragon does get reset the entire time when the Firecracker gets knocked back, so it's just like, wait, what am I hitting? It doesn't even know. So I'm okay with that. He could activate King Tower here with bats if he plays this remotely well, or if he drops Ice Golem, that's fine too. I guess we're going to have to rage on bats, and then make sure he doesn't have bats evolution in cycle, so he's probably a little bit further away than he would want to be, so that's good. Need to make sure. Okay, he's going to be at Bats Evolution after this one. Going to be a Bats Evolution after this one. I think I just eat it and not rage it. As weird as that might sound, I think that's the right play. Because then I'll have enough Elixir for the balloon before he's back to Bats Evolution. Forgot that he had that. That sucks. That's kind of frustrating. I guess we're going to Lumberjack Evo here too. With the Princess Tower, I hope we can kill that. Nice. Rage probably won't kill the bats. Gonna be stinky. Alright, we can still do this. Maybe go opposite lane a little bit. Alright, yeah. This is not great. But hear me out for a second. If I rage, we can kill some of them. He's not gonna have freeze, right? What if we do Lumberjack Balloon and he just loses? Because he doesn't have enough Elixir to clean this up. Maybe that's the game plan. And I can go Bandit on the Inferno Dragon and pull that, and then maybe get him to drop extra Elixir. That was really close. Probably dead here, though. Not yet! Really close to dying, though! Oh, no. Yeah, it's kind of unlucky to match an Electro Wizard there, right? You have Inferno Dragon, and then the dude has Electro Wizard for the one time. It's kind of a similar strategy. Man. Yeah, I don't think that one was a good matchup. But I also don't think your deck is super good in general. You have no real answers to Hog Rider. And you got like a Bandit and Balloon. As I said before, you're trying to do multiple things at the same time. You're trying to be like offensive and defensive. And the deck's just kind of mid. I'd rate it like a 4 out of 5. Or 4 out of 10, sorry. 4 or 5 out of 10. The Bandit doesn't feel great when you're running Valkyrie here, and you're running like Lumberjack Balloon, but you don't have freeze with Inferno Dragon and Lumberjack Balloon. Like, come on, man. You got to have freeze there. There's no way that works. So if I had freeze, I would have probably won the game, to be honest. And I think I would do something like this. If I was playing at a higher level, I just could not play your deck, even remotely. Something like this, maybe, and then remove this and put in, like, I don't know, something else that you would like to play. That would make sense. I don't know if I like Electro Wizard there. Probably not. Yeah, no one really, like, arrows Ice Wizard or fire. They don't really Fireball Ice Wizard. I think that's fine. I think this would work. You have more defensive sequences, and Ice Wizard is like an S tier card. I could play this deck for a game. I'm not really going to, but this works. It's kind of similar to your strategies. It's really heavy on legendaries, but yeah, you don't really want to put a Bandit in your Balloon deck, bro. It's not going to work very well. It's just, it's not an epic gamer moment. You're just going to take a lot of L's. Love the content in the high effort videos. I have Mega Knight Skeleton, Inferno Dragon, Arrows, Log, Little Prince, Minor Wall Breakers. I played that one earlier. No, you read it wrong. I'm sorry about reading the thing wrong and forcing you to donate it again. Goes to your Steam library. I don't actually have Steam unlocked. Sorry the deck was bad. Thanks for advice, Tower Troop. I think I would just run Princess Tower on Golem decks. If you're running Golem decks, it would almost always be Princess Tower. Can we get some likes on the stream, please? Says Cloud. The High King is literally showing everyone how to play their decks. You guys think of how anyone else is involved in this community? Sorry. You think of how anyone else is this involved with the community? I don't think a like is a big ass, says Cloud. Dude, I am so blessed by you. I don't deserve people watching my videos and the channel and like literally donating $50. And then for you to say something like that and being invested in my success, bro, like seriously, I don't know what I did to deserve you. Thank you, man. Thank you so much. Guys, can we get some hearts in this chat for Cloud for real? Honestly. W dude. I'm going to try to make the content a lot better for you guys. You deserve that. I know that realistically, you guys owe me nothing and I owe you nothing. And we're just out here, you know, connected through the internet. But I really want to create better content, and seeing people like Cloud and just in general, seeing people that are really excited to watch my videos every day, it makes me really happy. So thanks for making my life better. And shout out to Cloud especially. All right, next one. Destructor. Evo Musketeer, Evo Drag, Elixir Golem, Battle Healer, Berserker. First time I've seen Berserker all day. We'll definitely play this deck. I don't know if I was going to play it, and when I saw the Elixir Golem, but I think we got to play it because we see Berserker in there. Also, it's kind of interesting. It's not an Elixir Golem deck that I've ever seen before. Man, I'm so excited to make a video on that Barb Hut deck. For real, that Barb Hut deck was fire. It was gas. It was awesome. I got to start playing Barb Hut. I got to start playing Barb Hut. What if I become a Barb Hut main? That'd be pretty bad. I don't think I can do that. But Barb Hut is really one of the worst cards in the game, and it's fun to play just for the meme. It's so cool to play one of the worst cards in the game and just win with it. And then the opponent just feels bad. They're like, I just lost to Barb Hut. I suck. But in reality, like, the deck was really well built. All right, we'll put in arrows. And then we want to put in Battle Healer, Berserker. I think what I'm going to start doing is I'm going to create more content on just really weird, fun decks. Does that make sense? Like that's the stuff that just really gets me excited and makes me want to play Clash Royale. But I think I got to start doing that more often. And if you guys have ideas or strategies, I'll definitely try to copy them and make more videos out of them. So maybe I do this stream more often because then, you know, I get more ideas from you guys. And even if it's a 2-hour live stream and it takes a lot of time, we'll sort through the ideas and we'll find some that I really, really like. And then I'll give you guys credit in the videos. That could be cool. That would definitely be a good way of interacting with y'all more and like also featuring really solid decks. I also appreciate you saying Dagger Duchess. So then we have the deck as intended. Yeah. All right, let's play it. Let's go. The Heal Spirit, Fireball, Arrows, Elixir Golem, Battle Healer. I like the Evo Musketeer, especially because I've never seen that with Elixir Golem. It does get to disintegrate buildings pretty quick, so I'm pretty hyped about that. Evo Musketeer killing buildings is something that is not something you see all day in Clash. Anyway, we're going to go in for Musketeer in the back. We give some love as well. And strat for us is definitely to arrows on firecrackers, if there's ever any coming at me. Poison coming down. So it's definitely going to be a balloon counter, which we're not playing balloon finally. It's going to be a graveyard deck. It's going to be graveyard with poison. So going to be Ice Wizard graveyard for sure. Could cycle the Electro Dragon in the back. It's a little bit risky to do this. I'll always activate King Tower. But I want to get to the evolution. Okay, I think we just sacked the Electro Dragon here. Maybe win a bridge battle, potentially. We try to win a bridge battle. Yeah, it's going to be harder for him to win a bridge battle. Yeah, I like this a lot. This is good. We could use Musketeer if we wanted to. I don't want to. I think the Electro Dragon resets it onto the Battle Healer. We're going to go Berserker here as well. We're not going to Electro Dragon. We want to get to the evolution so we can power our way through. We're literally just trying to trade relatively evenly and then get to the evolutions to surprise him. Does that make sense, guys? Trying to get, like, Musketeer Evo out here, taking the poison damage. I don't care. I'm kind of playing for the long game out here. The Elixir Golem is a little bit early. I wasted a little bit of Elixir. Yeah, this Elixir Golem is not great. I wonder if he's able to defend this, though. We're an Electro Dragon here. I think we have to sack a Battle Healer. Or, sorry, a Berserker. The Electro Dragon is definitely floating ahead. We need the Electro Dragon to chill. You need to calm down a little bit, you know? Alright, fortunately it is now. We get Musketeer on an Ice Wizard. Are there any Ice Wizards, though? There they are! Wait, they're just dead. Ice Wizard just died. They just, like, going for another Electro Dragon. Hee-hee-ha. Alright, screw it. I'm just going to Musketeer right down the middle. I don't even care at this point. If we hit a Goblin Cage Brawler, it's a vibe. It's okay. No matter what we hit, it's worth it. Damn, this deck is really good. Yet again, you guys are coming up with the big guns. For real. Shout out to Destructor Man for the deck. This is a really good Elixir Golem deck. It's not something that I would have ever played. Yeah, I would have liked to look up Elixir Golem, and then I would have been like, it's kind of mid. But you let me get 3 Electro Dragons, 2 Electro Dragon evolutions on the field. I don't think I've ever done that. I don't think I've ever done that. 3 Electro Dragons and 2 evolutions at the same time. Have you guys seen that before? 3 Electro Dragons, 2 Electro Dragon evolutions. That's a first for me. Shout out Destructor, man. Awesome deck. We're taking a screenshot of that and then copy it for the future. Really, really cool. I'll actually screenshot your donation as well. Thank you, man. You guys are coming up with some really good decks. S tier decks for real. I wouldn't change anything. I mean, I want to put in Tornado instead of this, but you need to have Arrow's Fireball to eliminate Electro Dragons as well. Maybe you could put in Void instead of Fireball, but Fireball is really good against Royal Hogs. I kind of like Tornado still for win conditions against Hog Rider. So I guess the downside is you like losing the Hog Rider deck. Personally, I'd remove Fireball. I just don't like Fireball in this that much. Maybe you're sick and tired of losing to Elixir Collector, but you could just use your Evolved Musketeer on Elixir Collectors, and it's not terrible. So, I don't know, man. I think the only thing I might do is something like this. Just because I really like Tornado, and I super think that it's necessary with Electro Dragon, but I might be wrong. You might just be able to steamroll ahead with that. It feels uncomfy for me to play without Electro Dragon. All right, so James Jones says, I don't have Evo Recruits and Wall Breakers. The deck I play is Evo Goblin Barrel, Evo Firecracker, Recruits, Wall Breakers, Mighty Miner, Spear Goblins, Fireball, and Guards. Thoughts? So I think that Recruits kind of suck if you're not running the evolution. Just going to be straight up with you. I truly think that Recruits are kind of mid if they're not evolved. Usually when I play against Recruits, I see they're not evolved, I don't take any damage. And also, like, my opponents don't take that much damage as well. When I play regular Recruits, they're not that scared. Like, I can't completely commit to an aggressive push without the evolved Recruits. I'll still play your deck, and I'll see what I think. But I think Evolved Goblin Barrel is really weak right now with Recruits. I just haven't seen it been played at, like, any practical level comparatively to Evolved Wall Breakers that make a massive difference. And then Skeleton Barrel that doesn't need an evolution. Or, hell, like, I would not play Evolved. Like, I think this is a waste of evolution. I think you use Skeleton Barrel or Suspicious Bush. And if you don't have evolutions, Skeleton Barrel, Suspicious Bush, and then use another evolution instead of Goblin Barrel. I think Goblin Barrel is just a trash evolution right now. That's my thoughts on it. My specific, viewpoint with Royal Recruits. I really don't like Goblin Barrel evolution with it right now. It used to be a lot better, and now it just feels way worse. I don't know. Maybe there are some top-level players running it, but I haven't seen any. And, yeah, I think Evo Firecracker could be worth playing with Royal Recruits. I still think Evo Goblin Barrel is a good card. It's just, like, not great with Royal Recruits right now. Also, that's also entirely my viewpoint. Not like everyone's going to feel similarly to that. Some people will feel differently. Some people will like it. Some people will dislike it. Just be what it be, All right, so we got Spear Goblins in there. We also have Fireball Guards. Recruits. What else are we missing? I think we're in a really good spot here. Spear Goblins. Wall Breakers. Oh, damn. I forgot the Wall Breakers. I was just sitting there looking at it. I was like, what? And we're missing the Fireball too. All right. Looking good. Looking good. This is your deck. I think the Fireball is nice because you're able to beat pigs that way. I'm not going to knock you on the Fireball. Some people like arrows because they're able to kill other firecrackers. And in the mirror matchup against Royal Recruits, you're definitely going to lose because you don't have arrows to kill firecrackers and they do. So you're just going to be taking -1 trades and they take free positive elixir trades because they're going to hit the firecracker and other stuff. That's one thing I would change because I just hate losing the mirror matchup. But hey, we'll play your deck as intended and we'll see how it goes. And yeah, I mean, main thing for me is I would definitely go Suspicious Bush here. And then as soon as I could, I would put in Evolved Wall Breakers. Like, yeah, just like yesterday. Suspicious Bush plus Evolved Wall Breakers. Or Skeleton Barrel plus Wall Breakers. I don't know what other evolutions you have. Even Bats evolutions, like here. Like doing something like this. And then Suspicious Bush. Or like, I don't know, Skeleton Barrel. I think that would be better. I just don't like the deck right now. I think this would be better. Suspicious Bush. But I'll play your deck as you said it. And that would be like, I just don't like Goblin Barrel evolution at all. I don't rate it very high. Anyway, we're going to get it. We're going to get some W's. Hopefully. How far behind on dono decks? I'm very far behind on dono decks. Like, I don't even know if I'll reach them all. I've been trying to do a lot more free-to-play decks as well, so then we have a little bit of a mix. Did a couple free-to-play ones, so it's just little bit challenging. A little bit challenging. All right, so we're gonna go for a Firecracker here. I should be able to go for like a Mighty Miner on the Valkyrie, maybe? Or no. Let's just recruit. Wait, no, they're not evolved. I forgot. Yeah, I would typically go Royal Recruits, but I can't. We want to cycle the evolution always, like more often. That's how you get power with the deck. He's gonna activate King Tower. We're gonna Fireball here so that we can kill the Musketeer and then hopefully force more Elixir from him. Please kill. Okay, that's fine. I always think about the evolution, and I've really messed that up. We don't even get a hit there. I'm gonna go guards. Doesn't dash. Oh, it does. Damn, I thought we dropped it at the right time, but it's fine. Go Goblin Barrel with the guards. Definitely decent, but not the best. Take the damage that we can get here. With so many donos, I'd prioritize them, LOL, says First John. Yeah, I should just do donos, but like I also want to make sure that everyone has a chance of also like getting you know, the option of like if you're here and you don't have money, I also want you to feel like you're able to at least get a chance at being able to get your deck played, you know? Because I'll go through all the donations, I guess, all the ones that I can, for sure. And at a certain point, I'll like cut off donations and I'll be like, then we'll have to just, yeah. I typically do cutoffs, you know, at certain points. Like, because then I'd be here all night, you know? All right, we go guards on the Musketeer. We can also go Royal Recruit soonish. Best Boss Bandit X Hog deck. I think that the Best Boss Bandit Hog deck is probably going to be something with like Mega Knight or something. Or maybe there's a really fast cycle deck. I haven't seen it. I haven't played against too many Boss Bandit Hog Rider decks. A lot of them are running Goblinstein instead. All right, so this is what you want, right? You want to have the evolved like Goblin Barrel with all this stuff at the same time and then hopefully break through. This is what we were looking for. This is what we were hoping for, truthfully. Not phenomenal, but it is okay. The only downside of what we're doing right now is going Royal Recruits, and he's probably going to Hog Rider me. Don't love that. But, hear me out for a sec. And Goblin Barrel again. We can just keep going Goblins. We could Fireball Cycle, so there is that. Oh, we're going to Firecracker right into him. And that should win us the game. Fireball. I forgot that that doesn't reach. Oops. We'll just go guards on defense. Pretty good, reliable way of winning. Gonna drop his spells on that and then have nothing for the arrows, and we'll fireball whatever he drops like a skeleton army. I didn't get it down fast enough. That sucked. Oh, what is he doing? Oh my goodness. Really gonna come down to the wire, isn't it? Just gonna fireball him, I guess. Arrows here. He's not gonna be able to do anything besides skeleton army, so shut this down with the skeleton army, but then it'll lose to the fireball. Gonna drop in the closest possible tile. Oh, didn't even have to. The green goblins got him. Nice. That was a good win. I don't think your deck is that good, truthfully. I think that, you know, as I said before, you're going to lose to other Royal Recruits matchups because you're going to get arrowed and you're not going to be able to arrow back. So I don't like that. I also think the quality of your evolutions, like I don't think Goblin Barrel's that good. I think it's just way worse. That's my preference. Just wanted to let you know. You need an admin to ban the spammers. We don't need to ban anyone, but it's okay. I haven't seen anything too bad, Cloud. I love you, man. For real. Like, I freaking love you. There needs to be VIP. That's what it needs to have. Do we not have VIP in this channel? I don't think we have VIP in general. I'm going to talk to YouTube about that. Got to give Cloud, like, extra VIP, bro. Bro's sitting on Cloud 9 out here. I think that would be super sick. Yeah, I try not to ban anyone that often. Oh my gosh, did I miss a lot of these donos? Yeah, we're so far behind. All right, so we have Luke Soar says Evo Lumberjack, Evo Cannon, Hog Rider, Archer Queen, Ice Spirit, Skeletons, Log, Earthquake. This deck got me very far. Yo, guys, let me grab some more water. I'm going to go grab a water right next to me, and we'll keep going. I'm going to put on this real quick. I've decided I'll go through all the donations. I will do every donation today. All right? You guys inspired me to do that. Someone said it, they would feel pretty bad if I didn't play the donation deck, so I will. If you guys did donate, you will get your deck played. I promise that. Which I did not anticipate doing, but it makes sense. I should probably do that way. Nice. Thank you, bro. Yeah, I got you. All right. We'll stay as long as it takes. So Evo Lumberjack, Evo Cannon, Hog Rider, Archer Queen, Ice Spirit, Skeletons, Log, Earthquake. This deck got me very far. Yeah, I could see that getting you pretty far. It looks like a pretty good deck. I think that Evo Lumberjack with Hog Rider seems a little bit weak now comparatively to what it was. But it probably is pretty fun to play still. Thank you, Luke. If I ever miss donations, let me know. I've tried my hardest out here, but, you know, it is what it is. It be that way sometimes. I try my hardest and then I fumble, you know. We'll put in Cannon. All right, we want Cannon, Hog, Archer Queen. Hog. Where's Archer Queen at? Archer Queen. And then we're missing a few others. We're missing Skeletons, Log, Earthquake. Skeletons, Log, Earthquake. Where you at, Earthquake? And then we also want to have Spirit, right? There's definitely an Ice Spirit. All right, cool. This is the deck as you said it. We'll see if it changes a little bit as we play more and more. But I hope that, you know, we can win a bunch of games and probably get some great content out of it. Let's go. All right. Log EQ. It's interesting because I haven't seen that many Hog Rider decks with only Lumberjack. Like 2.9 cycle. It's usually like Goblinstein or Knight or Ice Golem or something to tank. Like Lumberjack is interesting. I assume you want to cycle Lumberjack as much as you can, but then it might activate King Tower. But you have Hog Rider, so that's used to activating King Tower too. So it is what it is. We'll see. Would love for that to reach the wall breaker. And it does! Wow. Sometimes that doesn't happen. That's really good. Up the ability here for sure. Go Ice Spirit on the Spear Goblins. There's two of them, so it's fine. Pull the Bandit. Go Skeletons on the Prince. Damn, I don't know why that happened that way. I thought it would be a lot better for us than that. Alright, screw it. We're going to Archer Queen. Counter maybe with our own Archer Queen. Wait, he fumbled. Are we cooked, guys? Oh my gosh, we're not cooked. We're not cooked. It froze. Yo, it spent so much time on the cannon too. We're so back, baby. Hell yeah. That might have seemed like the worst play ever, but it worked in the worst possible way for him. That was huge. All right, we're just going to go Skellies here. And then it walks. It doesn't dash. And then it dies to the tower for one hit. Nice. How's your day been, Tag? It's been really good, man. It's been a super solid day. I did mess up. I was supposed to pick up a Pokemon card today from a Facebook Marketplace meetup. And I did not bring the card, or like I didn't have the card on me that I wanted to give. So I had to cancel that and postpone that for tomorrow. So that was one downside. But everything other than that worked out really, really well. I was like chilling with one of my friends. And I was like gonna just, you know, be at their place tonight or last night. And just be really close to where the trade was going to go down. And then I ended up forgetting. So I wasn't able to make the trade to happen today. But it'll happen tomorrow. I'm really, really excited. I'm going to get a Groudon EX from Team Magma. Like a really old card. I'm going to get that. I'm going to give away a couple newer cards that I think it's a really good trade for me. So I'm pretty happy with it. Giving a whole bunch of 151 Pokemon away for a Groudon EX. Alright, what are we doing here? We're just going to defend this, right? Going to go for Evolve Cannon on the bats. 100% able to shut this down with a Log and an Ice Spirit. Really easily. Nice. Okay, so all I have to do is defend this. Might be possible, might not be. We'll see. The next episode of Dragon Ball Z. That rage is going to kill everything. Killing. Nice. I don't even need to spend any extra elixir. I don't need to flex on you or anything like that, but I am going to flex on you. I'm impenetrable, said the Hog Rider and Archer Queen defense. Nice. Very easy win. Great deck, dude. I mean, I've seen it a lot more often with a Goblinstein, but I think it's easier to play the Lumberjack version. For noobs like me, man, I like the Lumberjack one a lot more. It also is a more offensive card than Goblinstein, whereas the Goblinstein, sure, you pop the ability, you get like 500 damage. It's cool and all. But bro, like using a freaking Lumberjack evolution, it can take an entire tower by itself. I like it. And if you have a Lumberjack evolution and they tornado it and try to activate King Tower and your Hog Rider goes through, I think that's kind of fun. The only downside is you don't really have the capability of getting the Hog Rider through that often, because most of the time the opponent will just kill the Lumberjack and then kill your Hog Rider. Whereas the Goblinstein does have a little bit more health and protection with the zappy shock. It is what it is. I think the deck's fun. I wouldn't change anything, really. Pretty cool strat, man. Pretty cool strat. And thank you for taking the time to show us that. Sorry that I missed a dono earlier. Kate says, hey, Jake, I watch your content daily. Keep up the great work. Kate, I love you. Awesome name. I also really like the name Kate. I don't know why, but one of my better friends in college was actually named Kate. So I don't really talk to her anymore, but you know, maybe you and her are connected somehow spiritually or something. I don't know. Anyway, Royal Recruits, Dark Goblin, Goblin Gang, Skeletons, Fly Machine, Wall Breakers, Hog, Log. I think I played this before, but I'll play it again. We'll run it back. I don't like the fact that the Wall Breakers are not evolved. I think that's the main downside of your deck. I really, really dislike when Wall Breakers aren't evolved. Kind of a pet peeve of mine. You know, like Wall Breakers, they hit different. They do a lot of damage. And they're so good when they're evolved. But they you know, it's just, it is what it is. I do like Evo Royal Recruits, and I do like Evo Dark Goblin. So maybe it makes sense to play it like this. I just think that Evo Recruits are actually kind of a prerequisite, like they're necessary. And I think that Dark Goblin is not even close. And I think that if it goes like tier list, Evo Recruits are 100% needed. I'd say Evo Wall Breakers are like 75% needed if you're running them in the deck. And then I'd say Evo Dark Goblin is like, you know, it's nice to have, but it's not really necessary. It's a nice to have. It's still okay, though. It's not a bad decision. All right, we got Skeletons, Fly Machine. It's interesting that you put Fly Machine and also Skeletons in the same deck with Goblin Gang. I think Skeletons are a bad choice. Reason why I think Skeletons kind of suck in this is if you're putting Skellies in the deck, it's not necessarily an offensive card that flows with your bait. You might just think, oh, it's only one Elixir, but it's a deck slot that could be something else. It's not necessarily great to put in a card in your deck that you're not going to be able to use offensively when you want your entire deck to be offensive with this type of deck. It's not terrible, though. All right, we got Log. We're going to put one more card in. Evo Recruits, Evo Wall Breakers are not there. We have Fly Machine. We have Hog Rider. We got Log. I feel like the Demon Slayer guy with my hands here with the little things around his wrist. I don't know. I'm like mimicking that style. Skellies, Hogs. Wait, it's Hogs. Wait, Hogs. She said Hogs, not Hog. I almost messed up. One more card that I'm missing. Log. My bad. My eyesight's just bad today or something. But this is the deck. Oh. As I said, my eyesight's bad. I removed the Hog and I put... Okay, we're good now. We're good now. That took me forever. So we got Hogs and we have Wall Breakers. We have the right thing. You said Hogs, so I assume that's it. Why'd they take out Banner Box? How can I find the Banner Box? Oh no. How do we tell them, chat? How do we tell them? There is no Banner Box anymore, brother. They removed it. They banned the Banner Box. The Banner Box is banned. Sucks. That's sad. That's really, really sad. What's your take on the new Witch Evo? I'm afraid mid-ladder is going to hurt. Yeah, it's going to be really awful. I sent them a message in the chat. I'm like, can you guys just stop adding cards that heal things? It's bad for, like, the game. And we talked about this before, and I thought you guys would listen. I literally told them that, basically, in a little bit of nicer words. But I don't know. I wonder if they responded to me. Do you guys think that they responded to me? I'll take a look. I don't know if I can tell you anything. I can just give you a thumbs up or a thumbs down. If it was a good response or not. I thumbs down my wall breakers, guys, obviously, okay? I thumbs down my wall breakers. Nothing else. Just thumbs down on my wall breakers. Maybe it's just like past their bedtime or something. I'm not sure. Everyone's so sad. Okay. I don't like log with this at all because the way I see it is your fly machine has nothing to protect it. Usually, fly machines will have, like, you know, Barbarian and Fireball, and then you won't be able to kill the bats, but you'll have Electro Spear in the deck, so it makes up for it. Your deck does not have that, so leaving a lot to be desired. Great log for us with skeletons. We should be able to comfortably clean that up with taking very little damage. Dark Goblin put in work! I like splitting up wall breakers, but at this moment, I just want to drop them in the same side. I think it's okay. This is Royal Recruit's Evolution. I'll just drop that in the back. I think that's the best play. Like getting as many recruits on the map as I can. They probably will give you a politician's response. Wow, I really said politician's response real hard. It was difficult for me to say that. It's 5 a.m. in Egypt, and it's so early and funny. I watched SirTag notification, woke up to it. I basically reordered how you said that. I don't know why. Struggling right now. Haven't had dinner yet, so... Not the smartest person right now. I'm not. I wish I was. All right, we're going to go for Royal Hogs. Try to get back to enough Elixir to just defend this. Okay. Not looking good at all. I have to wait and then eat a ton of damage and then log here. It's the only way we defend this. Good snowball on their end, too. But hear me out. Hear me out for a second. We got wall breakers and Royal Recruits. Those wall breakers should connect. One of them will. Yeah, buddy! All right, we're going to go Dark Goblin. This is so aggro as hell. Going into a bomb tower is not good, but hear me out for a second. We got Skelly. Skelly success. No damage. No damage. Zone. Snowball's going to come down. We got to log this. Damn, it's going to be close. Wallbreaker, please! I have to go Royal Recruits. The dangerous life right now. The dangerous game. Dark Goblin on the bomb tower. Wall breakers again. Run it back. Fly machine, please be sneaky. Sneaky, sneaky, sneaky. Sneaky, sneaky snake. Alright, we're kind of cooked. No! That's violation! Oh my god. Crazy. What an insane game. That Dark Goblin's so dead. Oh, I hit the goblins? Oh my gosh. I'm not cooked yet, guys. I played like trash. Oh, I should have won that one. That was a funny game, though. My bad. I didn't play my best there. I could have played a lot better. You having a good day? I'm having a fantastic day. This live stream is way better than I could have ever hoped for. So yeah, I think that was a skill issue on my end. It really wasn't your cards. But I do think having Evolved Wall Breakers allows you to play worse and win, if that makes any sense. Whereas the Dark Goblin, it didn't really do much in that matchup. Like, it's great against Beatdown, but it doesn't work in every matchup. Whereas the Evolved Wall Breakers are problematic in every matchup. Like, it is way harder to kill Evolved Wall Breakers because they break through and they give you a way of winning. I don't like having both of these in the same deck. So if I were to orient your deck, I would make it a bit different. I would do this. And then I might remove this as well. You'd probably only need one of them. So it feels a little bit redundant. I'd probably do something along the lines of this. I like having more spells because then I can do more with it. I can be a little bit more aggressive. And then I don't really like the skeletons that much. I might do something along the lines like this. I don't know. There's a lot of Royal Recruits decks that are super solid and strong right now. Some of them have Mighty Miner. Basically, the Mighty Miner Hog Rider one is really good. Maybe you could just swap out Hog Rider for Royal Hogs. You had Fireball with this, so I kind of just like the... if I'm being honest, I like your Fireball bait element where you have Fly Machine with the Hogs. And that was kind of one of the things that you were thinking, I think. It's just, I don't like the Evo Dark Goblin. So maybe just run the same deck if you really wanted to. With no Evo Dark Goblin. I think the Evo Wallbreakers would have let me win the match. Skeletons are okay here because you don't really have like that much to protect your Dark Goblin. So that's probably why you're putting in the Skellies. Put guards in there as well. I think guards are better until guards get nerfed eventually. Yeah, I would put guard. So the main change I would do with your deck is guards instead of skeletons until guards are bad, and if they get nerfed. You could put in a prince as well instead of the skeletons, and I think that'd be fun as hell. So you could put prince, and then I'll share that. I think the strat that I would do, so you can visualize it, is this. Then prince is like an S tier card. It's so difficult to defend. I would do this. I think this looks so much better. I think it's way scarier. At least for me, I wouldn't want to play against that at all. At all. Damn, that's scary. And then, you know, you don't really have a great way of cleaning stuff up. So you probably would have wanted arrows in there. You can at least kill bats over the log. I don't think that log is like that great. I would do this personally. Then I can kill bats and I don't die to minor plus bats pushes. At least I have a way of finishing that off. You can go Goblin Barrel, counter with Goblin Gang behind your tower, so it's not like you need the log to finish everything off. I like this a lot more. I think this looks so much cleaner. Hopefully that helps you out, Kate. Try this out. Let me know what you think. You could always still use log instead of prince or guards instead of prince. I think that's fine. I would definitely use Evolve Wallbreakers, though. All right, so we got Fisherman, Magic Archer, Mother Witch. Ooh, that's spicy. I don't think I've seen a Mother Witch all day, and I definitely haven't seen Magic Archer. All right. Let's go. Where's my mama? Where's my mama? Which direction are we going to go? Win or loss route? Mirror. Oh my gosh. You're crazy. All right. We got mirror. Fireball arrows. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Oh, this is going to be so fun. I don't think I've ever done that. Like mirror, Mother Witch, Fireball, arrows. I want to get a log bait deck. Where's my log bait deck? You know, I am the person that you're going to match into that you just don't want to match. You're going to see me and you're going to run the other way if you're running a log bait deck. This is it. This is just terrorizing the game, dude. Oh, you are such a menace to society for playing this deck. 100%. All right, so Mother Witch, Magic Archer, Fisherman. And then we're missing one more card. Oh, we got Witch. Wait, dude, we don't have any evolutions, though. I don't know if I can play this. Probably play this in mid-ladder. Maybe we could play one game with it on... We'll do regular ladder. You did donate, and I said I was going to do everyone's donation message. I'm just going to be donating medals here. You don't have any evolutions. You have 0 evolutions. First name, John. Can't win with this, bro. If I win with this, y'all gotta do something. I don't know. You gotta say that like Magic Archer is the most goated card of all time. Like, I don't know. There's no way. There's no way, dude. What's your words per minute? You must be high with a chart like this. I don't know. I guess we read a lot. We are reading a lot out here. There's a ton of people spamming in the chat. Which is a good thing, too. Spell cycle? Yeah, I guess we're in a spell cycle. That's really the only way we win this. Despicable deck? Yes, sir. Spell cycle without rocket is not it. Spell cycle is kind of fun, though, if it does work. Come on, Magic Man! Fireball that. Alright, we're winning! Ladies and gentlemen, we're winning the match right now. I don't know for how long, but damn, we are winning. I did no evil on purpose. You monster! You really did this to me on purpose. I love that. Do you guys see this man? He's like, I did no Evo to you on purpose. He's evil. We have no Evo because he's evil. Oh my God. He did it to me. He just wants me to lose. No. Let me win. Don't donate my medals. Oh my gosh. We're playing against the overpowered boss bandit. We have no evolution. Come on, man. That's too funny. There's no way. He's going to baby rage so hard if he loses this. It'll be so fun. All right, we don't get to activate King Tower here. Maybe on the next one. Oh, it still activates King Tower. Holy hell. Watch me cook. Watch me cook. There's no way I win this, guys. There's no shot in hell. This would be the most unbelievable win of my life. This would actually be the most unbelievable win of my life. Dude, what is happening? What the hell? Oh, this is too funny. But tombstone this. We're good. We're fine, ladies and gentlemen. We're not dead. We're pulling ahead. Yo. He's not ready. Okay, wait. No, he's ready. He's so ready. He's so ready. He's so ready. Stop. Oh, Mamma Mia. Okay, we're not dead. Very much alive. Still alive, but barely breathing. I love how that card kills everything. That's so fun. What a cool card. What an awesome deck strategy that you have here. Royal Recruits. Very fun. With the Executioner randomly tucked away against all my witches. Alright. Do this. How am I supposed to spell cycle someone that should like hard counter spell cycle with this deck? I hope to God he just loses to 2 pigs. That'd be the funniest crap ever. Oh, I did not expect them to do that. I think I'm dead, guys. I don't think I can defend that. Just too overpowered of a card. Yeah. I was playing pretty well for a bit, you know? Activated King Tower. Why is he doing that, man? Drop it again. Drop it again. Drop it again. You won't. Ugh, that's too tough. Yeah, you made me lose on purpose, man. I tried my best. I couldn't make it happen. Damn it. Worthy attempt? Yeah, I did. I tried my hardest. If he didn't have Executioner with a Royal Recruits deck, I probably would have beat him. Truthfully. If I had no Executioner, I probably would have won. I can't kill a stupid Executioner with witches, magic archers, and cards that just die like tombstone skeletons. Oh, it is what it is. We'll go to the next one. I wish we had Rocket. If we had Rocket, it would have been a win as well, I think. It was still pretty fun. I appreciate the challenge, my guy. Thoughts on Evo Goblin Giant, Evo Lumberjack, Sparky, Goblin Gang, Mega Minion, Rage, Arrows, Prince? Pretty good. I mean, there's not really much I can commentate on that. You know it's a good deck. You've seen it at a top ladder. It's like definitely a solid strategy that everyone's been seeing. The only thing is Goblin Giant got a bit of a nerf, so I'd probably play Giant instead of Evo Goblin Giant. I don't really like Goblin Giant that much anymore. I think it's just a worse version of Giant. It costs more Elixir. And, yeah, you're able to do a lot more without it. Oh, you have Sparky in there. That's interesting. Let's play your deck, actually, because it is different. Rage Arrows. And then we also want... I'm glad that I can just keep the arrows in the deck, because everyone just wants the arrows. Everyone's just like, give me the gas, bro. Give me that arrows. All right, we're going to grab Mega Minion. Wherever it might be. Wherever it might be. And then we're going to put in a couple other cards too. Mega Minion, Rage, Arrows, Prince, Goblin Gang, Sparky, Evolve Lumberjack. I looked at Prince and I said price in my head. I'm like, damn, that's wild. No, it's not where we want to be. All right, so Lumberjack, Evolution, nice. This is your deck. You did not say any Tower Troops. So first cursory glance, you have to really use your Mega Minion only when you're defending against air cards and can't cycle it. I don't think it's bad. I think it's pretty good. I mean, this looks toxic. You don't have great ways of removing things for your Sparky, so I guess that's why you have Goblin Giant. Maybe Goblin Gang probably shouldn't... I think it's kind of hard to put Goblin Gang in your deck unless you're really relying on the Goblin Giant evolution, forcing out logs and stuff, so then the Goblin Gang can apply more pressure. And I think that's what you're doing. I think you're treating it as a bait card almost. I'm going to wait and see what he does. Split Goblin Gang if I wanted. I'll split Goblin Gang. I think that's fine. All right, we'll go Goblin Giant in the back, and then I can Lumberjack as well. You have hundreds of people watching. Don't stray who for who you are. You could end up streaming for days off of donations to force you to play more. No, it's all good, man. We're almost done. Almost. We're pretty close to the donation limit on that. I did say I was gonna do as much as I could. I also want to record videos after, so that's part of the reason why I trying to get through those as fast as I can. I have a big day today. I want to record 2 videos, which is a lot for me. And I also want to do this live stream, which is going to be 2 hours and 30 minutes right now. So I'll probably have 5 hours recording. It's going to work out after this, have some nice dinner, and then I'll stream and record content for like another 3 or 4 hours. I love what I do. I spent a lot of hours editing and making sure the content was as good as possible today. So most of my time actually before this went into editing. Actually, almost all my time goes into like reviewing videos, making them better, and working on the editing components instead of, you know, actual front-facing content creation. All right, so I could rage this because then the goblins are going to start pooping out a little bit more viciously on the prince. They do a lot more damage to it, and the prince is gone. Yeah. He's only playing dono decks, so either pay daddy tag or stop spamming, says Foam Finger. Nah, I'm playing dono decks right now just to get through them because, yeah, it is difficult. Don't pay me more money. I'm good. We're good. We just want to do the donations that we have right now. Do you prioritize donations? Yeah, I'm prioritizing donations right now because I want to get through them because there was a lot of them backed up. So I wanted to make sure that we got them all done because I said I would do them, and otherwise I wouldn't be able to do them. That is what we're doing right now. Go Goblin Gang. Goblin Giant in front so we can tank for this prince so we don't die. Did we get a hit on the tower? I think we did. Nice. Or at least we did a lot of damage. I don't think we got a hit with the Sparky, but pretty darn close, right? All right, awesome. I'll just throw a Sparky in the back if you're going to go giant like that. That's dedication, my dude. You spent 5 elixir, and you can't just sacrifice a giant. You always have to commit to the push a little bit more. I love when they drop a tank into a Sparky. That makes me happy. That gets me fired up. The Electro Dragon's kind of annoying, to be fair. Oh, that's actually going to cook me. I'm kind of dead, actually. I don't love that anymore. I don't love that anymore. I'm not McLovin' it. Oh, maybe I am McLovin' it. Ba-da-bum-bum-bum. I'm not dead. Holy hell, I'm still alive. Oh, I'm still alive. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Oh. I'm dead to a prince, aren't I? Stop! It's so strong. I should have spammed it in the other side because I had a 4,000 HP tower. So that was my fault. I do think, again, you know, the Goblin Giant is just a little bit worse than the Electro Giant. Or sorry, the regular Giant. And if you are matching into Electro Dragon Evolution, it's a really bad matchup for you. Like, that's horrendous. That's a really unlucky game. Playing against Electro Dragon Evolution with Giant Prince, when you're running Giant Prince with a Sparky and Prince, and you have no way of killing the freaking Electro Dragon, you're cooked. That matchup's pretty much impossible, unless you go opposite lane, and then maybe you can take the W. But I played really poorly. I went into him. I fumbled. I think I played better than him, and then I messed up. It is what it is. Sometimes you mess up. Very, very bad matchup. All right, so hopefully we don't play against someone that tries to int me again. The game before, literally, you cooked me with that. Hey, it's not my deck, but I've seen your videos on it. Can you do a video with the new Minor Poison with Ice Spirit version? Yes. Yes. Thank you for the free win. Thank you for the free win. Thank you for the free win. Thank you for the free win, Saber. I love you, Saber. Woo! We got a free win in the house, boys. We have a really good deck that I can't possibly lose with. That's what I'm talking about, baby. I am a lot better than the people at Unranked, so this game should be easy. No matter what we play against, which is probably going to be a drill deck, I guess. But yeah, we'll show you guys how this deck is played. I'm going to go in for a cannon here. I am just going to defend with that. It's definitely a drill deck. He loses the Mighty Miner. He can't pop ability to go to the other side. So he's in a really horrendous spot. I do think that I'm going to just go Boss Bandit directly into the Executioner. He's definitely in a bad position. If he goes in for guards, it doesn't really matter. We can go in for Spear Goblins, Ice Spirit, and then maybe even cannon if we absolutely need to, which I probably do to go and pull that back. It will allow us to get value because we're going to have the boss bandit staying alive. The balloon doesn't do any damage. He's just cooked. He's just dead. The game's over. I don't know what to say. It's too easy. So what happens if you give me like a real deck at this rank, okay? I just want to show you guys how easy it can be if I play into people at unranked, all right? Top 1,000 player into this is usually not very fair. So if I do get flawed decks, it's going to be a lot more challenging for me to win. Or if, maybe sometimes the matchup's just like not in our favor or something. But yeah, if I play like an S tier deck, I'm not going to lose. That's what's up. We can go cannon if we really want to. Just to eat no damage. I'm about it. Yes, sir. Thank you. Yeah, I've been having a lot of fun with this deck too. I super like it. I'm going to go skeletons, then spear goblins to go and pull it. As you guys can see, it's just too easy. Bro's using dark goblin. So sometimes you guys gave me decks like that, where the person had a dark goblin, and it's just like nothing else I want to log. I'm just going to log the dark goblin every time. Why would you donate a 3 elixir into 2 elixir trade every single game? Like, you don't want to do that. That's just a flawed combination. If you have cards in your deck that don't have other ways of baiting out your opponent's spells, you can't play it. Like, this guy's deck sucks. He's got Dark Goblin with Executioner. Executioner is a robust card that doesn't really care. But, guess what? Dark Goblin really cares. Like, a lot. If you're going to have other support cards that work or not. Alright, we're going to go cannon here just to pull that back a little bit. And he's going to snowball, which is totally fine. I'm okay with that. We'll poison, and then we're going to go in for skeletons. Then we'll go Evolved Ice Spirit and Spear Goblins again. And I actually don't even care about dropping a cannon. This is just disrespect on this dude. I don't need a cannon. I can use it on the next one if I want. We're going to do this because he's probably going to try to go in for like Snowball. So then he can't one-shot the cannon. He also loses the Fire Spirit here. And then he doesn't get any damage with this. I should have logged, or sorry, skeletoned on that because it's a cheaper, more cost-effective trade. But yeah, we're just going to do this. We're going to go Boss Bandit here, Ice Spirit Skeletons. And this game is ours. To a victory with no damage. Nice. So yeah. I'm glad that you gave me a really good deck. All right. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, homie. Thank you for the free win. All right. Let's see the next decks that you guys recommended. Holy. Wait. Okay. We got to enforce some rules in here. Bro just donated and he separated his donation into 2 things so he could donate 2 different decks. Oh no. All right. Well, I said I would do all donations. Now the caveat, that caveat's cleaned up. You guys can't donate twice and then split the donation into 2 things and then make me play 2 different decks. We can't, that doesn't work. No more of that after this one. Oh man, that's funny. That's really funny. I'll go back to his at the end if I have time. So I'll pick the first one because that's the one that you did. Thank you for both donations though, man. I really appreciate that. If I have time, I'll go and play your deck before this or the other one. If I have time, I'll play both of your decks. I probably won't. All right. Dude, that'd be so funny. That'd be so funny. All right. Mortar, where we at? Got Poison Barbarrel. Where we at? And then we also have Miner, Mighty Miner. Love the videos. Thank you, man. Love you, dude. All right. And then we have... Yeah, I think I'm just going to do one of your... I'm going to do one of your decks. I don't have time for everything. You have Barbarrel instead of Log, which is interesting. I think if you're playing Miner Poison, usually you want Log so you can finish off games faster. It's just generally better. Where's Barbarrel at? Where the hell is the Barbarrel at? Where it rolling? Where it rolling, though? Why do I not find the Barbarrel? Oh, I already have it in the deck. You're putting in Cannon card, right? Yeah, that's the card that was missing. Nice. Very cool. All right, so this is the deck. I don't know if I love it. You do have anti-air responsibilities with these 2 cards and responses for whatever they drop. But I don't know. The Dark Goblin might not be able to fulfill his duties. He's not necessarily like the best and sharpest when you don't have Goblin Gang. I think you have too many of these. You should remove one of these for a Goblin Gang. And then the deck's more functional then. Goblin Gang for one of these. Probably remove the Mighty Miner. You already have Cannon Cart. And you already have high damage with this. This just feels bad. Could be Goblin Gang, 100%. Mighty Miner's extraneous. Not good. Mighty Miner's bad. Remove it, put in Goblin Gang. Deck's a lot better than. Then the opponent doesn't just log your Dark Goblin. It's going to be the exact same thing that happened to my opponent. His deck sucked because he just had nothing else that was worth logging. Like, they're not going to log archers, man. They're not going to log archers at all. They're just going to log the Dark Goblin. Also, Mortar Evolution is, like, really necessary. I think regular Mortar is just kind of mid. There's no shot he just let that happen. Okay. I guess underleveled, or not underleveled, unranked people just do that stuff all the time. Like, you randomly find damage when you shouldn't. He has NATO, so I can't let that happen. I wonder if I should Barbaro on this. I think so. Then it doesn't get a hit. It's fine. We don't get anything with his Barbarian, but we could Mortar if we had an evolution, which we don't. Feels Batman. What the hell is that? Is that actually an offensive baby dragon? That's crazy. I don't think I've ever seen that before. That's a wildebeest. Play Drill, Snowball. Come on, baby. Drill, Snowball. I don't like that deck. It's really, like, lame. The way I see, like, Drill, Snowball played, people legitimately wait for Snowball Evolution, then go Drill, and then just, like, Snowball and, like, move all the units backward. And they wait the entire game for that one interaction. That's not very fun. Is he seriously lightning in that? There's no way that's a game plan. That's 6 Elixir, Barbarian, and a lightning. 8 Elixir. He dropped 8 Elixir on a 4 Elixir card, man. What? Excusez-moi. He's going to Tornado this Miner, right? Oh, no, he's not. He's going to Baby Dragon. He's down so much Elixir. Does he lose to Archers? He might just lose to Archers. I think he just legitimately lost to Archers. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no, 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 no. All right, cool. So we can Mighty Miner here. Yeah, this deck is, like, not optimized at all. 100%. Like, I'm going to win this one, but that's also because we're playing a good enough deck, right? This deck is not flawed. You guys you did not expressly try to create a deck that would lose me the game. And, you know, it's going to be fine. He probably lightnings this, honestly. If that Dark Goblin hits a tower, that's so worth. That's money. That's money. All day. That's cash. We are chinging onto that tower. And I'm just going to poison probably Barbarian, Evo Archers. Those Evo Archers are not great. I think I'm okay. I can still Dark Goblin here. Mighty Miner on this. Yeah, we take tower. The Baby Dragon doesn't kill us. We got 20 seconds remaining. We're chilling. Mortar here pulls. I'll poison as well just to guarantee the death. Archers here are a little bit ambitious. I think it's okay. Terrible cannon. That doesn't even hit the archers, bro. What you doing, man? What the dog doing? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why he lightninged on lightning barbarreled on a 4 Elixir mortar that wasn't even evolved, but that was certainly a choice. All right, next one. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Evo Recruits, Evo Firecracker, Tesla, Log, Hog Rider, Bats. I'll tell you what I think of your deck because I won't just read over your donation and not say anything because that's rude. So a legit OP deck that's worked for me is Evo Recruits, Evo Firecracker, Tesla. Take your Tesla out of your Recruits deck. Tesla sucks raw eggs, man. It's such a terrible card. Like literally, I do not play any deck with Tesla right now. If you had a gun to my head and made me play it, then sure, I'd play it. But like, it's such a bad card, man. If you understand from a stats perspective, Tesla sucks. It's just not good. It's not worth playing. Log, Rage, Hog Rider, Bat, Sparky. Sparky and then like having the Royal Recruits in the same deck, that could be fun if you want to make an offensive deck. But you don't want a defensive deck with Royal Recruits and Tesla. It just spreads you too thin. So you can't even do defense very well because the Sparky's pretty clunky. It costs too much Elixir. Maybe it can't shoot up. So then you're not able to defend everything you want. You know, and then your offense, you're going to go Sparky, but you have like Hog Rider Sparky and the opponent will just drop a spell to go and counter like your bats. And you're going to have a slow cycle, so you're not going to be able to outcycle their spells. They'll always counter your bats every time, and you'll always counter your Firecracker every time. It's just like, you're having the worst of both worlds. That deck functionally doesn't work. Either pick a defensive deck, or pick a aggressive deck and stick with it. You don't want a defensive building and that, so I hopefully that helps. I did play your better deck. Your better deck here is decent. Again, I would just remove... yeah, I would just put in Goblin Gang, and I'd probably do this. I'd probably, I mean, Archer's Evolution. I don't know. Yeah, I just put Goblin Gang in instead of the Mighty Miner. And the deck would be a lot better. Yo, Nathaniel for a $20 dono. Thank you, man. How you doing? I use Monk, Executioner, Lightning, Tornado, Bomb Tower, Log, Spear Goblins, and Hog Rider. Pretty cool. I like Monk. I like Monk a lot. I wish you guys recommended more Monk decks, to be honest. That would have been very, very fun for us. So shout out to Nathaniel, not only for a thick dono, but also putting a card that I wanted to play in the deck. I didn't tell you guys that I wanted to play it, but I think it's pretty good. Let's go, let's go. Where's our Evo Executioner? Where's the bro? Where are we at? Lightning Tornado? Yeah, Lightning Tornado is pretty good. Lightning Nado. Where are we at? All right. Looking pretty spicy. Looking pretty spicy. Looking pretty good. We want to put in Spear Goblins as well, for sure. You had that in there. All right, Bomb Tower. I don't know. I'm kind of indifferent about Bomb Tower. It's one of those cards that it works with Wall Breakers, Minor Magic Archer sometimes, but I don't even see it played that much. I think Evo Cannon's just better. Evo Cannon just does all the splash damage and it's overpowered. I think we would see a lot more Bomb Tower in the game if Evo Cannon wasn't so utterly broken. So I kind of hope Evo Cannon gets nerfed to hell. Then we can actually see more variety in the game. And then we also don't just lose all the time to, you know, spamming into a defensive building that's 3 Elixir, cleaning everything up. It's just kind of frustrating playing against that, you know? I just am not a fan. All right, so Evo Executioner, and then you only have one Evo, right? Where's Executioner? Oh, it's definitely in the season thing, right? Yeah, there it is. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Spear Goblins, Log, missing Log. Yeah, so you don't have any other evolved cards. You know, it's fine. I'll play this. I think it's okay. I don't need 2 evolutions. I think it's going to be okay as is. Personally, though, I think that Spear Goblins aren't that great. When you already have all these cheap cycle... Sorry, when you have these cards and you don't have any other Log proponent in your deck, it shouldn't be Spear Goblins. It should be Skeletons or Ice Spirit. Because you want a cheaper cycle to get back to the cards you want. And Skeletons will be really clutch on defense. Spear Goblins are just going to get logged every time. You have to think, oh, is there other log bait in my deck? Would Spear Goblins benefit me? Do I have Wall Breakers? Do I have Skeleton Barrel? Then yeah, sure, put in the Spear Goblins. But if you don't have that, the Spear Goblins are so bad comparatively. It's just wasting 1 Elixir. You're wasting 1 Elixir to get a worse trade. Yeah, I don't really want to do that. I don't want to waste Elixir for no reason. I can cycle XE in the back just because it's only 1 evolution. You know, decent. Bomb Tower's going to be good here. I feel like this guy's going to be very upset. Especially if he's got a building, right? We can just go Monk in front of this. Maybe we'll be able to Monk him up real quick. Oh, last second I'll drop the Monk and hopefully he goes Archer Queen. Please go Archer Queen. Please go Archer Queen. Please go Archer Queen. You just pop the ability and the Archer Queen gets popped. Oh, great gameplay on his end, I think. Oh, never mind! It's still getting shot back. Isn't that insane? Isn't that crazy? 1 hit. Ah, it didn't happen. You can still Spear Goblins early, maybe. Annoy him that way? Yeah, we could have waited with the ability. Hog Rider. Oh! That was kind of funny how it derpily jumped over. All right, so yeah, I win this matchup. All I have to do is go in for a Monk and then Hog Rider, and then the game's pretty much over. Executioner is going to knock it all back. Oh, the juice! He wasn't ready for the smackdown like that. Let's be honest. He wasn't ready for the sauce. All right, we're just going to do that so we get XE damage on the tower. This is a really silly situation. I like your deck. I just removed the Spear Goblins. If you remove the Spear Goblins, and all right, they'll probably get logged, right? Does he have log and cycle? I forget. Yeah, so look at that. It's trash. It's trash, man. I just gave him I gave him damage on my tower. That's so useless. That's so useless. It makes the cycle worse, too. Like, why would you run a card that makes your cycle worse? For no reason. Why you want to give your opponent an advantage? You shouldn't have a card in your deck that just impairs the deck. I'm going to win anyway because the matchup is so much in my favor. Remember when someone like said, oh, I can't believe you lost to someone with 0 evolutions. Like, Sorry, one evolution, or I don't know. I think he had one evolution. They're like, can't believe you lost to someone with one evolution. Like, look, I'm gonna win this, and I have one evolution because the matchup favors me, and the deck is also suboptimal too. Like, I don't even have the correct combo, you know? Like, it just is what it is. Sometimes that happens. I'm also messing up a little bit here and there. It's totally fine though. It doesn't matter that much. We just go bomb tower and then log, and then this game should be ours. So, yeah, I'm running one evolution. And I'm still going to win just because it doesn't matter if you're running one evolution or not if your deck beats your opponents. And that's the reality of the game, okay? If you don't know, now you know, bro. All right, we're just going to go XE here. Knock it all back. Say goodbye to those Royal Hogs. You should log this. Your goblins are useless. 0 damage. Yet again. Trash card to put in the deck. We're going to lightning on a cannon and probably just get a great trade and win the game. So. We even hit an Ice Spirit, so the game is definitely over. This game is so cooked. He is stir-fried, my dudes. Alright, so... Executioner in the back. Bomb tower as well. Why not? He's probably so pissed right now. He's like, how did I match into this? Like, honest? Alright, let's see it again, guys. Did the Spirit Goblins accomplish a single hit on the tower? Holy hell, they did it! It's a miracle. It's a miracle. Mamma mia. Here we go again. Good gameplay on our opponent's end. Could still get a hit. It didn't happen. Doesn't matter, though. We got a Evo Executioner. Erp to derp. He must be so pissed when he sees that. He's like, this moron, why has he got this? Alright. I don't know, dude. The Spirit Goblins are so bad. Take those Spirit Goblins out and you'll be doing so much better. You'll be doing so much better. Put in skeletons. I guess maybe hypothetically you're like, he's going to log the Spirit Goblins. I'm going to click the monk ability and he's going to feel like a fool. Like hypothetically, right? Like the last interaction, maybe that would have happened. But nah, man, it's not worth. Great deck though. Other than that, I love the deck. I'm just harping on the one bad thing about it. Everything else is really good. I love the fact that you have Monk with the Hog Rider, so if the opponent's got a building, they can't do anything. You probably beat most of the meta. I mean, there's so many annoying people in the game right now that have Royal Recruits, Flying Machine, all that stuff. You just like log away all of the bait cards. The Bomb Tower kills recruits. I mean, I think your deck's good. It's just, it should be this. Like, just so that you can build into having another evolution eventually. Look at that, man. Look, you have another evolution now. Amazing. Or hear me out. Use an even better evolution. Amazing. Amazing. Tell me that's not better. Someone in the chat lie to me right now. Lie to me. Tell me pretty things. All right. No, that deck is so much better. All right. Evo Mega Knight, Firecracker, Zap, Bats, Little Prince, Battle Ram, Dark Prince, Goblin Gang says Infinite Gems. Oh, we're almost done. We're almost there. We see the light at the end of the tunnel. All right. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Firecracker. Where it at? Where it at? Boom. That Bats. Little Prince Battle Ram. Where'd the Battle Ram at, though? Yeah, I think it was kind of funny that we won that one super easily. Just because it honestly doesn't matter if you have evolutions. If all of your cards counter your opponents, then your cards feel like evolutions, right? That's the best way of putting it. If the cards counter your opponents, they literally do feel like evolutions. Like that felt like all my cards were evolutions into my opponent. Like the Bomb Tower felt like a 0-cycle evolution. Didn't it? Like, I don't know. If you're disagreeing with that, then it's pure copium. It was definitely super much in my favor. All right, let's go. Run it. So this deck again, let's take a look. I don't love the fact that you have Battle Ram that's not evolved in the deck. I think that sucks. Should be a Skeleton Barrel or Suspicious Bush. Then there's really no excuse. This card shouldn't be in the deck. Or maybe your Ram Rider, right? Because there's no evolution for that yet. But yeah, Battle Ram by itself is just a mid card. It's not good. You need to ban spammers. And then Spicy Apple with the $1 dono. Thank you, man. Your thoughts on Evo Witch, says Bravo. I think, thank you for the $10 dono, Bravo. I really appreciate you, my guy. But And also Cloud, thank you for the $10 dono too. You guys are super generous today. Like really, really generous. I think that, you know, if Evo Witch is added into the game as is, then they just disrespected us like on a different level. Because I was on a like call with Supercell, like older Supercell. I told them, hey, you know, you really cooked us with the P.E.K.K.A. Like that wasn't fair. That was bad. And they're like, yeah, you know, the person that created Evo P.E.K.K.A. probably really didn't play the game that much or whatever. And I was like, yeah, no, like we all agreed that the Evo P.E.K.K.A. like was just bad. They agreed that it was pretty bad. And they were like, yeah, we won't do that again. And here they are running it back, man. They ran it back. They literally ran it back with another unkillable card. And we had a discussion. We literally were on a call with them, telling them how bad it was. That P.E.K.K.A. was so strong for like 4 months, man. And they did nothing because they were on break, right? And they're like, well, we got to take time off. We got to have holidays and all that stuff. I'm like, sure, but have one person in the office that, you know, changes broken stuff because we shouldn't have this in the game for this long. And then, you know, I think it's a deliberate decision at this point if they're making broken stuff. Or just someone's like really, you know, doesn't deserve their job there. I don't know. Either or. Anyway, we're going to soar ahead with this Goblin Gang because he has hand near, so it's going to be hard for him to kill this. He might just lose the game off that, honestly. At least that's what I'm hoping for. One can wish. All right. He's not going to be able to fish this out. He is in a sticky spot. I should battle ram with the Firecracker staying alive. Just because I'm up a lot. Yeah. Oh my god. I cannot believe you missed that. And you also cycled your evolution. So battle ram is great from the perspective of like it evades things more frequently than you would want. Like the cannons and mortars don't always pull. But I mean also at the same time like that's because their new pathfinding update. So I guess it's a buff to mortar. Sorry, a nerf to mortar and a buff to battle ram because that battle ram should not like go towards the tower there, but it is what it is. We'll just Firecracker. Okay, he expected that. Wait, do we not have anything besides Zap? This kind of sucks, dude. He's just gonna arrows that. Yeah, no, your deck sucks into this. Like actually, this is kind of unfair for me. The more I look at it, this feels really unfair, bro. Like how the hell am I supposed to win this right now? Like I literally played that so well, but now I'm just going into cannon cart and I can't kill the mortar. And I'm just gonna get arrowed. I think I literally just lose. Alright, we'll try. Not gonna work, but we'll try. Gonna try to sack a lot of stuff. He's gonna force the barbs to lock onto the mortar, and I think he gets a hit, so that's over. I needed to like get the Firecracker on the tower, but he made predictions with the Skeleton King. Matchup's impossible. Yeah, so your deck, the battle ram just isn't that good. Even in a situation right there where like it seemed okay. Like these two cards are not great quality, and the Dark Prince isn't either. Like you want to play a Mega Knight deck with cards that are actually impactful at all points in time. I wasn't able to do as much as I wanted at all. Couldn't really spam in the other side either. It was really, really tough. Like I had to defend because he had a cannon cart going at me and other stuff that, you know, sure, maybe playing against an Arrows Ice Wizard deck is not easy when they've got Evo Bats and your Zap doesn't kill the Evo Bats. Like that's rough, right? Like maybe you can say matchup's tough, but in reality, I think the deck is a little bit flawed because you're using subpar cards. You're using like Dark Prince, Battle Ram, Little Prince. I think Little Prince is okay in cycle decks. I think it's really bad in Mega Knight decks. I wouldn't use it. I think it's like not, the stats aren't good enough. Like if I had Archer Queen, I would have won that game. The Archer Queen would have generated like more positive Elixir trades. And then I could have like got him in a sticky spot where I would have been able to win with the Battle Ram or maybe like Goblin Gang the other side. Yeah, I just don't like that. You have 3 low quality cards that lost me the game. And then also like, sure, maybe he made a prediction on the Firecracker, so I wasn't able to go for the Firecracker. It's kind of sad. I wasn't able to do it, but I don't know. Anyway, Danny Lou says, Evo Archers, Evo Mortar, Log, Arrows, Cannon, P.E.K.K.A, Bandit, Ice Wizard. I really like this deck. No, it's got P.E.K.K.A and Cannon. All right, so yeah, you got to make huge changes. You got to like basically trash the deck. I'm going to keep it 100 with you. P.E.K.K.A sucks right now. If P.E.K.K.A gets a buff, it is capable of being played. But basically what happened, P.E.K.K.A was one of the best cards in Clash Royale, like for a while. And then Clash Royale was like, we're going to buff it with an evolution. So it got like a range buff and was ridiculously strong. And then it got an evolution. that made it even better. And then everyone complained about it because it was so bad for the game. So then Supercell naturally decided to nerf it like 10 times until P.E.K.K.A is kind of unplayable right now. P.E.K.K.A as a card is one of the worst cards in the game, and it totally deserves a buff, and it totally deserves to be better. So if you're playing P.E.K.K.A outside of Evolution, and even if you're playing P.E.K.K.A Evolution, I would say it's like one of the most useless cards in Clash. It's like a D tier card. I made a tier list, and I put P.E.K.K.A as an S tier card, and then it quickly became D tier or F tier. It's just unplayable right now, unfortunately. It's just, it is how the game, that's how the cookie crumbles, man. That's how the game works out sometimes. They just do that. They do these things. All right, where's our bandit at? All right, there it is. Let's go, let's go. And then we are missing P.E.K.K.A. So we're going to put your P.E.K.K.A in, bro. We'll do it. We'll do it. We'll do it. All right, all right. Whew, we have passed the 3-hour mark, too. So I'm going to do 3 more games, probably. And then we'll head out. I can't believe I'm still standing, still sitting. We're doing it. Ferris, I'll play your deck in the comments. He says, I'm currently top 4K. I'll play your deck, dude. I want to make sure that I have yours. He did not donate or anything. I do want to play his deck, though. Looks fun. It's okay if you spam. It's okay if you spam. It might be annoying for you guys, but I'm okay with it on this stream. On this stream specifically, I'm okay with it. I don't know if that degrades the quality of the chat or something, but yeah. I'm sorry, guys, if I'm degrading the quality of the chat, allowing spam. Evo Mega Knight, Evo Firecracker, Dark Goblin, Knight. Yeah, these streams so good. Hell yeah, man. I like the fact that you like them. All right. We're definitely looking good here. We're definitely looking good. I like the fact that we have Evo Mortar. That makes me so much happier. Archer going to protect the mortar too, so we can't drop something immediately. So we'll have like the ability to protect it. If we want to, which I don't really want to. I could have cannon on cannon. All right, easy arrows. Nice. Do I P.E.K.K.A at the bridge? I'm up Elixir. Am I that much of a psycho? Am I that much of a psycho? I'm up so much Elixir right now. Like, I'm up a lot. Dude, I'm going to do it. I'm going to full send, baby. It's time to go. It's time to go, bro. This is how it's going to go. We're going to spam everything we own, and you must atone for your poor play. Without having guards in cycle, I think he loses. I think he unironically just lost to a P.E.K.K.A unevolved at the bridge. This is beautiful. This is actually insane. Bro is in so much pain. He must have massive disdain for the unevolved P.E.K.K.A. That is hilarious that I outplayed him with that. Yo, he's so pissed. But he had no elixir. Why would he princess at the bridge when he's down like 7 elixir? What is he doing? What was he thinking? He was literally down 6 elixir in that interaction. Okay, he's going to rocket. That's super annoying. We don't have the spell cycle to keep up with that, so we need him to make more bad plays. He'll do it, for sure. I trust him. I trust him making the bad plays, for sure. He's got this on lock, you know. Never doubt it. Never doubt it. He's about it. The ice wizard's useless, though. I don't like this. I'm going to arrows. Expect him to go for a cannon soonish. A cannon here. Cannoneer. Ha 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 ha. Hee 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 ha. Yeah, I mean, your deck also doesn't have like a big spell or anything, so it's kind of unfortunate from that perspective. Okay. He should go Goblin Barrel on me. Wait, that's off on the side. I'm just going to go Ice Wizard. 3 for 3. I'll take that all day. Light work. Light work. Uh-oh, Spaghetti-O. How are you going to kill this? I really don't want a P.E.K.K.A, but I want a P.E.K.K.A. You feel me? I really don't want to, but I want to. It's almost certainly not the right play. Just going to try to arrow cycle him, so hopefully he drops a princess near the tower. He's not doing it. He's not falling for a trap card, guys. I just hope he needed a princess at the bridge. I'm off the deep end. Gonna rocket me? Thought I would cannon. I didn't. Useless card. Let's go. All right. What a weird game that we have here, guys. Bandit does steal. Cycle is kind of scuffed. I'm gonna lose to Rocket Cycle. We have to just keep spamming. I hope we got this. Holy shit! We got him! We got him, boys! Ladies and gentlemen, he is cooked! He is stir-fried. I think we got him. Rocket me. Goblin Barrel's not gonna come down fast enough. No! The rocket! Oh, the freaking mortar shot was in the air. That's so not fair, man. I thought we had him. Oh, we got juiced by Toby. All right, so yeah, here's a couple things. The P.E.K.K.A sucks. I'm going to keep it real. That thing was freaking useless the entire game. If it was a Mega Knight, if it was a Goblinstein, if it was literally anything besides P.E.K.K.A, I would have won the game. It's such a useless card. It's okay. It's part of the game. It's just, it is what it is. And are you just going to have some fun with that? Nah, the video's, it's not going to go in the video, but that was funny. That was funny. So, this sucks. You got to get that the hell out of the game. It's not it. It's not it. And when you're running Mortar, you don't really need more defensive cards. Like, what I do is like something like this. I just keep going back to this because it's the simplest thing. If you want offense, do something like this. All right. And you use your Mortar as a defensive card. Your Mortar should actually be a defensive card, unironically. It should be a defensive card every time. And then this is just not... What the hell is this doing? This does nothing. It's not going to break through someone that's competent. If someone's semi-good at Clash Royale, they're just never going to let that break through. This would be your deck. And this... I would have won the game, bro. I would have won. I would have won because I can use Skeleton King on offense. And then Herp to Derp, I pop the ability. And then he's cooked. He's cooked. He just loses. His princess dies to arrows. The game's over. And it's so funny. It's really funny when that happens. It's not that funny. Well, it was probably funny for you guys when I crash out and lose, but that was frustrating. All right. Let's go, Lord Cheatham. All right, all right. Wait. We gotta see Ferris's decks. Where was Ferris's deck? Ferris, can you copy it one more time in the chat? Okay, wait. No, I see it. I'm going to play Ferris's deck because I literally just want to win a game right now after that. And he's also, you know, he's a free to play, you know. We're not going to give all preference to the donations. I can't believe I'm doing the stream for as long as I am, but, you know, I said something, I stick with it. That's what's up. That's how I roll. All right. Boss Bandit, Hog, Cannon, Log, Royal Delivery, and EQ. Boss Bandit, where you at? Where you at, Boss Bandit? Where you at? Where you at? All right, we got Log, Royal Delivery. Royal Delivery, Cannon, EQ. I mean, I guess Cannon's strong, but I kind of like Cannon Evolution. Like, I don't know. It is what it is. It is what it is, my guy. And then we are missing Log, Cannon, Hog. All right, so we want Hog. I mean, I think this deck is solid. I don't know if you have Tornado, though. Do you not have Tornado? It doesn't matter, I guess, if you don't have Tornado that much with this deck. It'd be nice, but if you have Evolved Ice Spirit and Evolved Executioner, can't really... I guess you could put Tornado, but then it would make the cycle worse. Yeah, it's kind of hard to put Tornado in the deck because the Royal Delivery at least gives a unit. Spawns a unit. Kind of nice to have that. All right, let's play it. Let's go. So Ferris is top 4K with this deck. He wants me to check it out. Let's go. I've been giving you Dexter tag with Monk, Magic Archer, Monk, Skeleton, Evo, Battle Ram, Evo, Ice Spirit, Royal Delivery, Snowball. I think I've seen that in the top 200. Like a lot. Or no, it's got Evo Cannon. I don't want to play Evo Cannon with that. I really don't want to play Evo Cannon right now. With Battle Ram. That just doesn't make sense. Fundamentally, that deck does not make sense. I've been doing a lot of those for donations and stuff, but I don't want to play play decks that do not make sense that often. I just said I would play their decks, but I should probably not. if there's no win condition or something like that, I probably should not play the deck. Anyway, this is a good deck. I kind of like it. It seems solid. We're already up a lot, and we're running overpowered cards. We're running Boss Bandit. We're running Evolved Executioner, Evolved Ice Spirit. Like, these cards are all quality. There aren't any cards here that I'm, like, looking at, and I'm like, oh, why am I using this, right? Barb Hut's beautiful, so it's a bit of an exception, but there's some cards today that you guys gave me that I'm just like, oh, man, I really don't want to play Dark Prince. There's better versions of Dark Prince. Or, like, you guys would play Regular Knight, and I'm just like, why is that in the deck? If you're not running Splash Shard, why is that in the deck? All right, we'll see what we can do here. That was not my best work. I think I shouldn't have done that. Dude, I played this horrendously. What the hell? Also, why does he have Mega Knight with, like, Balloon? This matchup's fine. I just messed up. I underestimated his power. I didn't think his power level was this high. All right, we'll play one more game with this deck. I'm just going to lose it. My bad. That's my fault, honestly. Didn't really understand what this was. Did not expect this to be the strategy that he was playing. Kind of like overcommitted into a Mega Knight and guy got cooked. I mean, there's always a chance I come back, but it's really limited at this point. He's just got a Mega Knight on the... if I do this, he's got a Mega Knight here. If I do this, he Mega Knight's left. Unless he's just terrible at the game. Which, there's a chance. Unlikely, though. Oh, he's just not great? Okay, that's good. I mean, I still lose this really badly. I can't defend against the Prince. I guess the Prince is tough. Because you don't have any real distractions for it, so you have to go, like, Ice Spirit. And if it's with other stuff, it's really tough to kill. And not having NATO here just really hurts, I guess. But I didn't play well. This is a very winnable game. This is my fault. We'll jump to the next one. Just donated and trying to see what you think of my deck. I will take a look at it. I just won't do it right now. Damn hard counter. Not going to lie tag. I don't think it was that much of a hard counter. I think it's fine. I just didn't play well. I think your deck is solid there, to be honest. The Prince is kind of weird, but like I fumbled. I fumbled pretty hard. It's one of those situations where, like, with this deck, because I don't have NATO, I think I have to be a little bit more careful. Does that make sense? Like, you feel me? If you try to go in for, you know, King Tower activation with Tornado and you make that happen for a positive Elixir trade, like, you can defend pretty much everything. But since this deck has Executioner without it, I have to be a little bit more careful of when I'm using it. Top of the ability here. Maybe I can kill the bowler. All right, we're back to another ability too, so that's good. Could evade a little bit, you know. Evasion tactics are always nice. All right, so we're going to be able to clean that up. I don't think he's able to get more than one hit on my tower, which I'm okay with. Kind of want to save my Elixir for the Hog Rider, and maybe I can push the Executioner. I don't think I've ever done this before, but I want to push the Executioner with the Hog Rider so he can't get a good Fisherman. You guys feel me? Is that smart at all? It seems good. Might have been a little bit silly, but... Yo! Calm down with the Tornado Royal Giant deck, my dude! There's no way! What the hell is this? I don't think I've ever seen that in my life. What the actual hell? There's no shot you did that. That's insane. I have a bad thing to say to you. People watches your games, destroys mine with your deck. FFs. Oh, yeah. I'm sorry, man. Sorry that happens. I do suggest a lot of toxic decks, so if you ever lose to any of them, yeah, I'm sorry about that. It do be that way sometimes, though. Also, this is crazy. This matchup is not it. I think if we Executioner, we want to be like right on top of the Baby Dragon, to be honest. We get more damage that way. Just feels better. Your damage amplification is higher when you're closer to the target, if you didn't know. If you don't know, now you know. Delivery here so we can tank for it for a little bit longer. Seems a little bit silly, but I don't really have anything else to do. If that hits the tower, that's insane. Yeah, he really cooked himself. We have cannon and evolved ice spirit, so I'm fine. I'm okay here. Ooh, that's nice. Gonna log here. I played that really well. We're gonna earthquake on the guards and the cannon. Watch me cook. Love the fact that you got bowler tornado cannon, man. What a great strategy. You're such a good player. You're not trying to win based off matchup or anything. You're just trying to win with your skill. It's so impressive. People seriously do build an entire deck to beat things. It's just like, don't even try to like play the game remotely well. Insane. It is part of the game though, you know. You have to expect this from the ladder players. All right, so I think we still could win. I would love for that to get damaged, but it's going to get cannoned. You go boss ban on the other side, maybe. Just to force Elixir. Oh, this is great, because then we can Executioner in this. Probably just amplifies the damage, and I don't even have to like worry that much. Then Royal Delivery on everything. Oh my gosh, give me more, bro. I love you for that. Thank you. Thanks for just sacking the entire thing. Earthquake on the cannon, and then he's going to tornado to the tower. He's going to be annoying. We're just going to miss everything. I'm mystified at your misses, my man. That's embarrassing. All right, we'll just take the dub. GG. So yeah, your deck's really good, as you can see. Even if we play into something that's theoretically like a good matchup for our opponent, I mean, we're definitely better. But like, yeah, this is a good deck. It's a really good deck. It wasn't even close. He had tornado, cannon, and Ebola. Honestly, if I were to play his deck, all I would have done, slow roll the Royal Giant in the back with a bowler and won the game with lightning. It's actually just that easy. Okay. But yeah, your deck is fun. It's just, you know, it's way more focused intensive. It requires people to actually know what they're doing. They can't be silly. They can't be bad at the game to play this deck. Cool deck. Shout out to his name. I did not Favian? Wait, let me see. Ferris. Shout out to Ferris for the deck. Thank you, man. Free to play deck. Woo! All right, we're going to go back to the pay-to-win ones because we still have a few more to go through, and then I'm going to be done. We're going to be done after we get through all the pay-to-win ones today. A lot more pay-to-win ones than I've ever thought. So shout out to all of you guys donating. Like, seriously. Again, main reason that I do a lot of these streams is full transparency to get more money for the editing. Because you guys love donating on these ones. All right. And it's all good if you don't want to, too. Like, if you don't want to dono, I literally will try to pull more from the chat, and that's also cool. So it's kind of like a win-win for me. Whether it's more donations for better videos, or if it's just interacting with the community if there's not a lot of donations. And then, yeah. Cool. Skeleton Barrel, Electro Wizard, Miner, Zap, Log. All right, so Miner, Zap, Log. I'll log in there as well. We're going to put in a Miner. Where we at? And then we're going to do Electro Wizard? Yeah, E-Wiz. Where it at? Bada boom, bada bing. We got that in there. All right, cool. So this deck, it's decent. I mean, Evo Tesla, I think, sucks as a card. I put Evo Cannon in there all day, man. You have Fireball Bait, and if I were to tell you straight up, I'd remove the Cannon or the Tesla, and I'd put Evo Witch in there when that's a thing. And then, yeah, just have a fun time with that. Evo Cannon is pretty good right now. Evo Tesla's awful. Yeah, it just is what it is. Oh, that guy fumbled. That happens. That happens to me more times than I can count. That's not a very fun thing when that happens, though. When you miss a tornado, it's just brutal. He missed it by a lot, though. That placement was really, really far off. Usually, like, here. And then you just pull it away last second. Or Tesla up high. This is the one time Tesla's actually useful. If he has Earthquake, he's just super fried. Super, super fried. I hope that he has Earthquake, because then he's not able to get any value. Yeah, I think he's got Earthquake. I'm going to log here just to get damage. I think Zap probably does around the same, too. Skeleton Barrel is going to be great. We could zap Log Firecrackers. Executioner, that's fine too. We have Mega Knight Tesla. This is so toxic. I'm actually mid-ladder, man. That's insane. I am mid-ladder. I'm going to miner on defense. This is like also important because if you miner on the tower, right? Like, sure, I can get more damage, but then I take more damage. It's important to conserve power. You always have to think like, if I, you know, zap on the tower and I do 50 damage, why don't I just Ice Spirit to stop an extra Musketeer hit? The Ice Spirit stopping the extra Musketeer hit is 200 damage. So like, you always want more of that advantage. Better that way. The Electro Wizard on offense kind of sucks, but I don't really have anything else that I wanted to cycle. We'll overlap the stuns. Oh, it still shot its stupid thing. That sucks. Did he just let it go? Let it go. Let it go. Oh, I got a hit. That sucks. I'll just Mega Knight because it's going to kill, right? Can we Witch with this? Yeah, I think he's going to Exy. I think he's just in a bad spot now. Nah, he's in a terrible spot. This is peak brain rot for me. Just do this. Log Zap on the Skeleton Barrel if we really want to. I'm not gonna. I coulda. Shoulda, coulda, woulda, you say. So I'm just gonna go for Evo Tesla here. It's gonna go and kill everything, even if you lightning. Yeah. You can't reach the Tesla and the towers, so good for us. I'm gonna Mega Knight in the back, because the slow rolling that is always gonna be successful. We can Miner Witch in the right side with the Skeleton Barrel. It'd be really spicy. It'd be pretty spicy, honestly. Like, I don't know about your guys' spice tolerance when you go to like a Thai restaurant and they ask you like what level of spice. And you say like maybe 3 out of 10, 3 out of 5. For me, it's this is a 5 out of 5. This is a very spicy push. A very spicy push. He's not in a good spot after that. He has to deal with a ton of crap. Witch is still going at him. I want to zap so then it retargets on the skeletons. And the Witch stays alive. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that spice factor. Look at that sizzle and crunch. Look at that. Ooh, those skeletons are still going. That's fun as hell. I love that. I eat that up. Good tornado on his end, but it doesn't really matter that much to me. My toxic strategy overcomes everything. Still got overwhelming power. Nah, dude, that's not working. I have too much elixir. I got the elix, as Oxalate would say. It was so funny watching him play against me. He's like, kept saying elix. All right, what are we doing here? Do we zap? Cycle that way? Ah! That sucked. That kind of hurt. Feeling a little bit troublesome here. Wait. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, guys. You might have found our threat. You might have found a threat here. You might have found a true challenger. That Skeleton Barrel hits the tower? That'd be so funny. Oh, let's go, baby! Yeah! Woo! We won! Mid-ladder! Woo! Talent! Talent! Woo! We're so good! Oh my god. Alright, the Tesla works in that matchup because you need it against the Hog Rider, right? Because your offense sucks. But what if we did this? And we made the offense better and we did this. And then the Witch evolution, you know? You know how hard you'd cook? You know how hard you'd slap? It'd be crazy. Or hypothetically, right now we do this and then it's funny as hell. That would be fun. That works. That's okay. I'm fine with that. The offense is something that's difficult to stop. But yeah, Tesla is really good against Hog Rider, Lightning, or Earthquake because they can't hit the tower and the Tesla. It's just, as of right now, your deck is mid-ladder. So it's going to be mid against everything else. If you play against Hog Rider or Lightning, Hog Rider with Hog Rider Earthquake, either one of those decks will lose to you. Everything else beats you. Your deck is very bad. I'm sorry, my guy. You got to make that switch. And it's only bad because of one card. The Tesla just sucks. That's it. That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to keep it 100 with you. Your Tesla sucks. Get that thing out of there. Get it out of here. All right. Much love, Jake. Playing Clash Royale since you came out. You helped me learn so much. Just wanted to... so much. Just want to see what you think of my decks, says Humble King. Wait, Humble King, you didn't put your deck there. What is the deck? Can you show me? Can you like type it in the chat? You want me to play your deck, or do you want me to tell you what I think of the deck? Humble King, I don't see it. So yeah, I just see a $10 donut. You don't have. Do not donate. Just type it in the chat. Just type it in the chat, please. Type it in the chat, okay? All right. You don't have to play it, but how would you improve this deck? Evo Firecracker, Evo Cannon, Boss Bandit, Hog Rider, Guards, Log, Ice Spirit, Zap. So I would never play Zap with a Hog Rider deck unless it's Mega Knight. So I'd always use Log. Reason is you're going to be better off like making predictions against Goblin Gangs. You're going to be better off killing Dark Goblins. You're going to be better off against Goblin Barrels. Zap is just really, really bad with Hog Rider decks unless you're running Log already. So you have Zap and Log. Oh, you already have Log. I don't know. I'd remove Zap and I'd put in like a big spell like a Fireball or an Earthquake. So you can break through buildings. I'll almost certainly put in an Earthquake. Yeah, put an Earthquake instead of Zap. That'd be the main change. So you can break through buildings with your Hog Rider or your Boss Bandit, and then your Evo Firecracker will lock onto the tower. I think you need to have Earthquake. You can't run Zap. Zap Log is just really bad. Like, otherwise your Hog Rider just gets caught up, and then you just lose the game. Also, it helps your spell cycle, so you can finish off games a little bit faster. Earthquake does a lot of damage to towers. You got to get more comfortable with that, Daniel. If you're not comfortable with Earthquake, you have to get more comfortable with it. It requires a little bit more mechanics, and you might get cooked by Zap, not being in your deck against minor bats, but you need to get used to using like Ice Spirit and keeping it in cycle, or having your Firecracker in a spot where they can't predict it with a miner, or maybe pulling back their bats with something else, or maybe killing the miner really fast and then using something to distract. Like, there's a lot of different ways around it, but you can't just use Zap in that deck. That's just bad. You could put an Electro Spirit if you're really feeling like you're lacking. I see a lot of people taking out Ice Spirit and putting an Electro Spirit so they can clean up bats when they have Earthquake and Log. That's something that you can think of. I think Electro Spirit instead of Ice Spirit, and then Earthquake instead of Zap was what I would do. Did you see the Mega Knight deck I suggested? Thanks, says Infinite Gems. I did. I don't like it, and you suggested quite a few, so I tried not to. I actually played it. The Mega Knight Firecracker deck, I played that with the Dark Prince Goblin Gang. Did you not see? Bro, did you not see that game? I played it. The Mega Knight Firecracker deck with the Bats, Little Prince, Battle Ram. I lost because the Battle Ram, Dark Prince, and Little Prince I think are like not great cards. I thought they were just like lower quality and they could be improved on. Like, if I had Boss Bandit, I would have won the game. If I had Archer Queen, I would have won the game. But we unfortunately just had cards that could not break through because he was able to stop my Firecracker. I didn't even drop the Firecracker because I knew he was going to predict it. That was just unfortunate. Something with Evo Dark Goblin and Boss Bandit, says Frankie Stephanie Stefanski. Yeah, so something with Evo Firecracker and Boss Bandit, or sorry, Evo Dark Goblin and Boss Bandit. You could run something like this, and then if you really, really wanted to, you do is this. Go Dark Goblin, and then this. And that would work. I can do that for you really quick. Play one game with that. Okay, thank you. I thought of that as well, but I'm currently leveling both those up at the moment. Yeah, you just gotta like practice that, level that up, and vibe with it. That's what I would do. Wait, does anyone know what Humble King's deck is? Can someone please let me know what Humble King's deck is? Anyone in the chat? Did anyone see it whatsoever? I really don't want to go away from this live stream and not respond to this guy. I want to give him what he paid for. I also want to make sure that I stay true to my word on that. They did say I was going to try to play every deck, or at least like give feedback on every deck. Frankie, yeah, I got you. Okay, which evolution is going to be crazy? Yeah, it's so unfair. It's so unfair. It's actually crazy that they allowed that to be in the game. I didn't miss any other donations, right? This is, I did all of them, I think. I think I got through all of them today. Which, we did it, guys. We did it. Hell yeah. Boss Bandit. We are locked in. We're going to win this game, and we're going to end on a big fat W. So I'm going to go in for a Fisherman on the Hog Rider to activate King Tower, which is going to be great. And then I think that we don't want to even arrows this. I think we're just good. I think it's just going to die. I don't have to really respond. Yeah, it's just gone. Arrowing is an overcommitment. It's an overextension for sure. Skellies fall. Musketeer dies. And I thought of the Hamilton song. Like, cities fall. Or like, I don't know. Nations rise, something falls. The King George one. I missed that. Oh, dude, that Hamilton, watching that in person was probably the best Broadway experience that you could ever hope for. I was so happy. That musical was amazing. If you guys haven't ever seen Hamilton in person, I really, really recommend it. All right, so we can maybe go Dark Goblin here if we wanted. Probably want to go and spam Suspicious Bushes in the back. If you go Dark Goblin in the middle, like this, right here, on the corner, hugging the corner, it actually doesn't get targeted by the Princess Tower. So we'll be able to snipe the cannon and not get targeted. I want the cannon to die every time. Notice how the Princess Tower isn't targeting it? That's so good. That's really, really important. If you want to maximize your pause elixir trades and win more games, you have to do that. It's not even an option. You just have to. All right, this boss bandit's overpowered, so it's going to force a lot of elixir. So then he can't really frequently go in for Hog Riders. So we're able to just, you know, save everything. I'm not going to overspend the ability for no reason. Silly for us to do that. All right, this is pretty good arrows. We'll take it. Definitely want to take it whenever we can. Well, it's the Dark Goblin. That's fine. It's kind of what I expected. Empires fall, right? Cities rise, empires fall. I think that's what it is. And then something's got it all. I don't remember. But I really like Hamilton. Anyway, I kind of want to go for recruits in the back. I could arrows that. I'm not going to. Damn. We did so much damage on the left side. What the hell happened there? This is really hard to defend, guys. This is really hard to defend. He's got Hog Rider, but he's like not hogging the offense. We are. We're hogging it all day long, baby. Good arrows. He's super struggling out here. Oh, he got another hit. Oops. Bad game plan, man. I'll just Suspicious Bush. Gonna cost more elixir to defend than 2, I think. Yeah, we're forcing out stuff he doesn't want to cycle. We can always Dark Goblin if we want, or just Boss Bandit. I think Dark Goblin snipes that. Boss Bandit on the other side, maybe. Fireball comes down. That's not near enough. You're going to have to drop Skellies. That's bad for you. I don't know if the Ice Golem, like, looks me. Such a bad card cycle for him here. Yeah, there's going to be a funny interaction. I think I just do this. And spam all my crap. Yeehaw. It's so hard to stop this. I'm not going to lie. This is insane. All I have to do is, like, get one more hit. And then I'm really, really comfy. Oh, no. He got a hog hit on me. I didn't notice that. Oops. I kind of goofed a little bit. Not a lot of it, but a little bit, you know. You push it a little bit. Limit. No, I lost. Guys, I didn't play my best. I shouldn't have let that Hog Rider get a hit. I guess he would have fireballed me anyway. Might be. That's kind of a tough one. Did he have Evo Cannon or no? I don't even think he had Evo Cannon. What did he have? Evo Skeletons? Evo Skeletons should be more easy. I didn't play my best, though. We'll play one more with this. Thanks for playing my deck, Jake. Thanks for the tips on making it better. Super fun stream today. Yeah, it was cool. It was a fun stream. I'm going to end on a W. We're just going to end with this. Getting a W with this deck. I'm sorry I didn't win that last one. I was really confident I would win that. But I guess I didn't have any answer to Musketeer, which makes it a little bit more challenging. But I'll just play really, really well. I'll play Lock in Clash Royale. I did not play well the last game because I wasn't locked in. Just kind of dazed and confused, I guess. All right, so we're going to Royal Recruits in the back first play just to get the evolution. We're definitely going to go for a Mother Witch on this because we want to convert the Skeleton Dragon to our team. And we're going to force a Fireball, which is awesome. That's 4 Elixir down the drain. And it's 4 Elixir that doesn't counter push. Even better for me. By Dark Goblin, it will kill the Skeleton Dragon on the left, probably with 1 hit on my tower. And then I can Boss Bandit on the right with this. So we're probably going to get Barbs or Guards or Goblin Ganged or something along the lines of that. I'm going to let the Boss Bandit do its thing. If I pop the ability, I guess I could go backward. but doesn't really benefit me too much. I'd rather go Suspicious Bush and then go Goblin Gang later. Hopefully it'll work out. We'll see how this goes. If I can go and kill the Valk, I'll be pretty happy. Not going great, guys. This is looking really, really rough. The fact that they got Zap is interesting because I don't think I've ever seen a balloon deck with Zap recently. It's always been arrows, so a little bit lame, but that's part of the game. Anyway, they're playing against Inferno Dragon, so even weirder, man. Even weirder. All right. How are we going to win? Got Valk and Zap. So the Spear Goblins from the Goblin Gang are kind of useless. I think we got to do this. We got to go and split our recruits, and we really want to put pressure on the left side. It'll be tough for them to defend. With Zap, that means that they probably don't have arrows. If they have Zap arrows, it's really bad for me. Go Dark Goblin here. Fireball is just going to come down, right? Zap Fireball. That's it. Kills this. Guards die, then the recruits charge. Skeleton Dragons do die as well. We're going to go Suspicious Bush. No damage. Really nice. Evo Zap, nice. The Zap cycling is like really bad for them. Usually. You can go Boss Bandit here as well. I don't like this that much for me, but it does work. I'll probably have to go Fisherman at the bridge. Oh, that was so close. Dangerous. Playing a dangerous game out here, guys. Dangerous game. We're going to get fireballed. Big's still alive. Suspicious Bush here. Probably going to get Valkyried. We have to go row recruits most likely. Zap comes down. It's not good enough. Probably get Valkyried, as I said before. We're going to go Goblin Gang other side. This is a big play. I have to get a lot of damage here, and then I can win the game. Don't know if it's going to happen. I played that perfect. Let's go. That was actually freaking perfect. That was unbelievable. I don't think I've played that well in a long, long time, guys. That was really good gameplay. He's forced the fireball. We go Boss Bandit middle. He's going to hit tower, and they lose. Let's go, dude! I was locked. I was locked. I found a situation where we forced out the Zap and the Valkyrie, and then I went Goblin Gang left side, and I knew I would win. That was it. That was it. That was so good. That was so good. That was really tough. Especially when they did that amount of damage to my tower, because the Zap on my Spear Goblins from the Goblin Gang was not something I accounted for. Almost every time right now, it's going to be Zap plus arrows, or like arrows. Just like usually arrow stacks. I typically always see arrows because you're playing against Firecrackers, you're playing against Princesses, you're playing against Dark Goblins. I never see Zap. So I'm like, okay, the cost and efficiency of him going for arrows on the Goblin Gang would be pretty funny. I don't think they're going to do that. And then he just zaps me. I'm like, I'm just cooked. So yeah, that was good. Sometimes row recruits does require some brain cells when you're down in a really bad spot. I'll show you guys that one more time. Also, top 3,000 players. So 21 challenge player, top 3,000. Yeah, we got destroyed by this. I just, you know, I was like, we're good. They're not going to zap. And then he zapped. And then I'm just like, okay. Really bad spots all the way around. And then this was the defense that I got him. I knew I had it right here. We went Royal Recruits. I went Dark Goblin in the middle because I was like, okay, if they fireball, it's like not necessarily going to be that bad because the Dark Goblin's pretty spaced out. It's not a fly machine, right? It's pretty good. And then we went Goblin Gang because there's no Valkyrie in cycle. They actually Inferno Dragon for whatever reason. They're really going for an offensive play. And the beautiful thing about this is Skeleton Dragons died to the poison, so then he wasn't even able to do anything. The Inferno Dragon wasn't even getting any damage on the tower, so he's forced to fireball. Does like 300, so it was going to take the tower regardless. You know, good win. I knew the fireball had to come down. 4 elixir spent meant that they had nothing for Boss Bandit, so I just promptly popped my Boss Bandit in the middle and took control of the game while we fired our opponent and they fireballed my tower. All right, cool stuff. If you guys enjoyed today's content, definitely leave a like on the video. Support me for free by dropping likes. It really goes a super long way. I might not have played my best the entire way through today, but I tried to give constructive feedback on every single deck that I played. And yeah, if you guys enjoyed that and you like that, let me know. I'm trying my hardest. It's not necessarily always easy to play these decks and give you guys the best feedback, but yeah, hopefully that worked out for y'all. Check out the pinned comment if you want to see my favorite Royal Recruits deck in action right now. It's not actually my favorite Royal Recruits deck, but like it is the best one, you know, and now it's my main deck. It's basically this one. This one is a good version of it if you don't have, you know, Flying Machine and other stuff. I like this version a lot. This is kind of cool. If you want to see the version that's the most optimal, played by the best players in the world, check out the pinned comment. I lost a challenge to it, and I was so frustrated because the person played like a moron. I couldn't win. And no matter what happened, I lost at 11-3, and it ruined my Grand Challenge or Classic Challenge or whatever the heck it was, and I was miserable. So if you want to see the deck that made me tilted, check out the pinned comment for that. No matter when or where you're watching, I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. Thanks again for all the generosity today, the support, the donations, and everything you guys did. Love y'all, and I'll see you tomorrow. Peace, love, and positivity. You guys were very, very nice to me. So couldn't be more thankful for that. Love ya.